Ah, there we go. Holy shit. Yeah, sorry about that. I was trying to test to make sure it was working. There we go. Leo, hello, hello. Zelta, thank you so much for coming back to Palcaries. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. Where's the link to the art? Which art? The thumbnail art or the loading screen art? No BGM? Wait, you don't hear it? You hear it. You're pulling my leg. Mimi, thank you so much for 18 months of Wheelcrease. Thank you so much. I'm finally free from the UK time zone. It was the hardest 2 weeks of my life. Anyway, happy New Year's, Leora. Looking forward to spending 2024 with you in the Palcaries. Happy New Year. I hope you had fun in the UK. Is it really cold in the UK? Oh, is it? The loading screen art? The loading screen art? Man, the sauce is, the artist, their name. I have it somewhere. It's really old because it's from debut. It's my debut art, if you believe it or not. But yeah, anyway, how is everyone? Did everyone have a good New Year's? Did everyone have a good New Year's? Yeah, let me move stuff over a little bit. I wanted to talk a little bit before we started, kind of like about New Year's, about what people did, about any like resolutions, about all of the announcements, the crazy announcements. Did you guys watch the New Year's video? Did you guys watch the VNU New Year's video? It was a very eventful one, and it had a lot of really cool stuff in it. So if you guys haven't watched it, you should definitely check it out. It was very like kind of the office style. The office style where we chat, we asked her interview questions and stuff, so it's kind of funny. Yeah, you guys like the 3D? Yeah, so our 3D debut is happening in a couple weeks. Please cross your fingers for that. Honestly, please double cross your fingers because it's I tested it. We tested some of it and it's god, wait, give me a second. Sorry, something got into my keyboard. 1 second. Pick it up. Okay. We've been testing it and there's been a little bit of problems. There are problems. Staff is aware. Whether they'll get fixed in 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks, I don't know. Whether they will be fixed in 2 weeks, I'm not positive. So cross your fingers. If it looks bad, don't say anything. Just be like, yeah, it looked great. And then in the comments afterwards, you can give feedback. But during the debut, just don't say anything. Oh lord. YC, thank you so much for 2 months of membership. Won't be able to fully catch the stream as I'll have a flight to catch in a few hours for work stuff. Hope you have a good stream, Leo. Hope you have a good stream too, YC. Happy New Year. Thank you so much again for 2 months of membership. Really appreciate it. Chat, it's good. Comments, it's awful. Well, okay. I need you guys to leave constructive criticism because staff also needs to see the constructive criticism is all I'm gonna say. They need to see the constructive criticism, and that's why it's important. But during the stream, you need to say nice things so I don't have like a meltdown. Because staff's not gonna look at chat; they're gonna look at the comments. So criticism is good. Yeah, good. Also, I'm gonna just put this out there that everyone has a different situation. So different room situation, different equipment situation. So I was very fortunate to be gifted by a couple very kind people. I was gifted Mokopi. So I have full body tracking, but not everyone is going to have full body tracking. So I am saying that right now. Because no one else is going to say that out loud. So I'm saying it right now that I was very fortunate to be able to be gifted Mokopi, but not everybody has that. So please don't be overly critical of other people who don't have full body tracking because that was not provided to us by the company. So I'm just saying that, you know, we have things provided to us by the company. For example, our VR Quest headsets are provided to us by the company. The 3D models themselves are provided to us by the company. They also provided us with very high quality webcams for hand tracking. Again, that being said, the full body tracking, I don't know, who knows, maybe in a week things will change. I really doubt it because there's only like a little over a week left, but I'm just saying that because as it stands, that's where we are. Toxic, thank you so much for 3 months of whale curries. Is it too loud? Is my mic too loud? What's going on? It's crazy because my OBS gaslights me. It makes me look like I'm really fucking loud, and then I'll be on Discord and all the girls will be like, you're so quiet. You're so quiet. I just have no idea what the truth is. Toxic, thank you so much for 3 months with whale curries. Holy shit, 3 months with the most say-so and youngest VNU girl. I watched the announcements and had a good laugh and got excited for all the events. I hope 2024 is a year exploding to 100k. Aw, thank you. Blessed wishes, our wonderful Valkyrie. I really hope that happens as well. Micah, thank you so much for coming back to memberships. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Expectations in check. Yeah, I just want to make sure that I think there is an expectation when companies say 3D debut. There is a certain expectation, and I'm just saying it out loud that I don't want you guys to come in with that expectation because it's not gonna be that. It'll be the best that we can make it, but I just don't want people to have too high of an expectation for what it is. I don't want you guys to be disappointed when it happens. If anything, I want you to be happy that it's not as bad as if I dampen your expectations, you'll come in and you'll be like, oh, that was better than I thought, you know? So that's what I'm trying to do, right? It's not gonna be, yeah. That being said, the weekly animations that were announced, VN Universe is really good. It's really good. Yeah. Zeltad, thank you so much for 8 months membership. Hype for everything 2024 will bring. Hope to have a good year with you and everyone. More time with the youngest and hippest Valkyrie. Thank you so much. VN Universe episodes. VN Universe episodes are actually really good. The animation is insane. My voice acting is really bad, but excuse that because everybody else's voice acting is really good, and the jokes and the little quips and whatnot are all very on point. It's very fun. And then when we get the scripts, you know, we don't really, at that point there's not much we can change, so we have to go with it, but it's usually it's been really good, so I have no complaints. So yeah, I hope you guys are looking forward to that. I don't know when that starts. Is that this Sunday? Is this Sunday the first episode? I'm not really sure, but yeah, apparently that's soon. And then we have the Gen 6, holy shit, Gen 6 AAA Club. They are coming. I have yet to speak with any of them. Wait, is it 6? Is it 5? No, you're right, it's 5. God damn it. I'm just getting confused. I get confused because I don't think about them as their numbers. I think about them as their names. Yeah, there's too many Kohai. Yeah. Sorry, 5, not 6. Who knows? Who even knows what gen number it is at this point? I haven't spoken to anybody actually. I think only 2 of them have added me on Discord, and we haven't spoken because I added them when I was like really busy, and I just haven't like messaged them, and I think they're probably too scared to message me first. So what's the name? Oh yeah, it's AAA Club. AAA Club is coming. Yeah, I feel bad. I haven't spoken to any of them. I know some of the other girls have spoken to them already, which is great. I haven't spoken to a single one of them yet. I'm also pretty shy. People don't believe that, but I'm also pretty shy. And I feel like I need like if I want to interact with new people, I need to like prepare myself, like mentally prepare myself and like be in the right headspace. And then so sometimes they'll like randomly be like, oh, we're in a call. And I'm like, oh my God, I like can't be in the call. I'm not mentally prepared. I'm not mentally prepared to be in this call right now. So I haven't really spoken to them. Kokone has spoken to a couple of them. I think she was saying that one of them really wants to meet me, which makes me even more intimidated. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah. So Gen 5, heck yeah. I don't know why I keep thinking Gen 4 is Gen 5. I keep saying Gen 5 for Gen 4 and then Gen 6 for Gen 5. Whatever. There's too many numbers. We just say Hello Land and AAA Club, but some people don't really understand what those words are, so that's why I try to use the numbers too. But yeah, so that's been the news. Oh yeah, and then all the Gen 2 news, all the Solstice news. Did you guys see all the Solstice news? They're also getting 3D, and they're also getting their own music video. Their song is fucking good. Wild Things is a bop. It's actually so good, and the music video is so good. So like, Crown Us was more of like a typical K-pop music video, if that makes sense. Wild Things music video has like a story. It's like a story music video, which instantly makes it way better. And the story is really interesting and it's fun. So I think you guys will really like it. The song itself is also excellent. It is a much better song than Crown Us is. And I'm not saying that to like knock us, but I think you guys have heard me talk about it. I don't love Crown Us. I've mentioned that before. It's there were a lot of trials and tribulations that we had to go through with Crown Us, and it was created at a time where we had no input. So it was a little rough. A lot rough actually. And I think I told you guys I also recorded it really early. I think Kokone recorded it before she even debuted. Like that's how early Crown Us was. It took a really long time. Wild Things took like half the time that Crown Us did, I think. Ryan Roger, thank you so much for becoming a member. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Vivek, thank you so much for the super chat. Happy New Year. Hope you have a great 2024. Thank you so much, Vivek. I hope you have a good New Year as well. Yeah, if you guys enjoyed it, I'm very glad and I'm happy, but I don't love the song. That's why I don't talk about Crown Us that much. I don't really talk about Crown Us that much because it's not something that I'm like really proud of either. I think it's cool and I'm glad that, you know, it was marketed and that it got a lot of eyeballs on it. But yeah, that's it. I think it was amazing in terms of video quality. The video is incredible. The 3D animation is amazing. And I think they did an excellent job on the video itself. But the song is just not really my personal cup of tea. I had a lot of feedback on it that was not taken. So it is what it is. It is what it is. It's just, yeah, I wasn't super happy with it. But again, thank you again for the warm reception on it regardless. I think you can talk about it a little bit more now that it's been out for a while and it has its million views or whatever, and that's what they wanted with it. So I can say whatever the hell I want now because it doesn't matter. It's not going to affect it. Everyone who wants to see it has seen it, right? Yeah. But you know, I'm glad we got a song. Better than no song, I guess. Better than no song. Yeah, so that's how things have been going, but that's why I want to say Wild Things is actually really good. Objectively, really good. It is very K-poppy, but it is like good K-poppy. The kind of K-poppy that I like. It's a song that I will definitely be listening to, just on my own volition as well. I will be listening to it a lot because it's a good song. And Amori and Seraphy killed it. They both like are fucking insane. They sound so good in the song as well. So you guys are in for a treat if you know, if you're also a Solstice fan. So you can definitely check that out once that goes live. Yeah. And what else is there? They're getting their 3D debuts as well. And then in the animations, it'll kind of start out with mostly Gen 1 stuff, and then it'll slowly expand as well, and you'll start seeing some of the other girls. So that's really exciting. A lot of cool stuff happening. Are they gonna release it weekly though? I don't know. They made it sound like it's gonna be released weekly, but I actually don't know if it's gonna be actually released weekly. I can't imagine that they're gonna release it weekly. I mean, maybe they are. Maybe they have a plan, but as far as I know, weekly seems like... Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'm being nihilistic. I don't know. I'm not going to talk to what I know about it, but it is really good. That's all I'm going to say. I know it's really good. And they're gonna be really awesome, so be sure to subscribe to the VNU channel if you haven't already. I think it's gonna just be on the main channel. I want to say it's gonna be on the main channel, but don't quote me on that. I don't know exactly where they're gonna put the animations, the VN Universe. So check those out. They're, again, really good and really funny. Lofi's voice acting is so fucking good. Lofi is like just perfect human being. She's so cute and so perfect. Her voice acting is so cute. Definitely won't want to miss it. Yeah, anyway, so that's all the news for this year. New Year's resolutions. Yeah, New Year's resolutions. This year I want to draw more. I don't know if that necessarily means like drawing stuff that I post here, but just drawing in general is something that I want to do. Oh, wait, shit. Wait, sorry. Give me a second. Sorry, I got a message that I need to respond to. Sorry. I was talking to my roommate about some stuff, about some time-sensitive stuff right before, which is why I was a little bit late, but there was a bit of a mistake. Sorry. Give me a second. Sorting stuff out. I also messaged Coco and she's like, am I the time sensitive message? And I was like, no, it's not you. And she's like, go back to your stream. No, I was talking to a different friend. Okay. Sorry, that was a time sensitive message. Not you, Coco, not you. Wasn't you. I was just messaging you because you were also kind of involved in it. So I just, because it's a time sensitive thing, I didn't want to, like, in case you accidentally bought something. In case you accidentally bought something, I didn't want you to buy any or like ask anybody about anything if it wasn't 100%. Sorry. I have to talk to my roommate afterwards too. My bad. Okay, everything is fine now. Everything is fine. I just need to come back to all this in a second. Anyway. Yes. So what was I saying? Yes, art. I have a really, really bad relationship with art. I've talked about it a lot. I think about it a lot. And sometimes I will be like, I really want to draw. And then I'll think about drawing and I'll literally almost burst into tears. I know that sounds really extreme, but that's just like my actual toxic, bad relationship with art. I've mentioned it before, but I actually went to art school for a while. Have I mentioned that? I feel like I've mentioned this. But maybe I haven't. If you're hearing about it for the first time, I went to a very, very prestigious art school for a little while. And it was a pretty famous, prestigious, very good, well-known art school. And I had a bit of like a, what do you call it? For a while, I really wanted to be an artist. So like, here's my art journey. I used to like draw random stuff, and you know, when I was younger, so my mom, we're going way back. My mom, when she was in middle school, she wanted to be a mangaka. That was her dream. And now you know where I get my weebiness from. I keep telling you guys my mom's a fucking weeb. And she literally wanted to be a mangaka in middle school. So I have actually, I don't know if I could ever show you this to you guys, because I think there's usually like, she writes her name on all of them. Maybe I can take a picture, but I actually have a sketchbook from my mom from when she was a child. And her art is really good. I have her old sketchbook, and her art is really, really good. And so when I was little and I showed interest in like drawing, my mom was very excited. She was like, Leora's going to live my fucking dreams, and I'm gonna support whatever the fuck she wants to do, because she felt like she was robbed of that, because her mom, my grandma, said, fuck no, you're not gonna be no fucking mangaka. You're gonna get a real job. You're gonna get a real job and go to a really good university. Like, you think I immigrated just so that you could draw anime? I don't fucking think so. So anyway, yeah, so my mom couldn't live her dreams of being a mangaka. And so she was very, very active in helping me pursue art. So even in elementary school, I actually had an art teacher, and I actually won an award in elementary school where my art was hung up in City Hall. It was like a whole ass, it was like in the newspaper and stuff. So like, that was kind of like me growing up as a kid. And I was basically sent to a lot of art after school academies and whatnot. In high school, this is when I was like a big weeb. I, first of all, only wanted to draw anime. And at this point, I had started drawing anime because I don't have money and I wanted to buy items in Gaia Online and in my Ragnarok Online private server. So that's when I started like drawing for other people. And I would draw people's Gaia Online avatars or their Ragnarok Online characters for like pocket money. Not for pocket money, but in-game money. It was in-game money because I didn't have pocket money, right? And I would use that to buy my angelic guitar and my my Halo and stuff. And and then where was I going with? Oh, and then so like in high school, there was a point where my mom was like, so what are you gonna do after high school? Like, what do you want to do for like work? And I was like, I want to be an artist. I'm gonna do video game art because I love video games and I love art. And I didn't know anything else about the video game industry or anything. I just was like, oh yeah, I just want to, I like video games and I like art. So I guess that's the easy match. It's gonna do art for video games. And so I went to art academy and was preparing a portfolio for art school. And when I was in high school, I've told you guys this, I had really bad grades. I'm like a really not a good student. I have really bad studying habits. I have ADHD, so I can't focus on shit. And there's just a lot of stuff like that where I would ditch class. I think I told you guys, but I had a D in chemistry at one point. I don't condone this, but I cheated in a lot of my classes. I just hated studying. I hated school. I hated everything about it. I would ditch. I would just like do this and that. And like, man, the cheating methods that we had in high school were like insane. We used to like, we would write full essays on our fingernails. We would also write on the inside paper of the water bottle, our water bottles. We'd like open it up and then write inside the water bottle. Then you drink water and then you could see the text. It was great. Like the methods we had back then, it was a whole ass thing. Anyway, so that was a long time ago. And I was just like a bad student in general. I just wanted to like stay home and play games all day. And my mom spent a lot of money to send me to different like after school programs. So I went to SAT Academy. I went to Art Academy. I had violin, viola, and piano lessons. And then I also had Korean school. So on Saturdays, I would go to Korean school. And basically, all of those things I would ditch if I could. I would ditch, or I would just do really bare minimum, which is not good. And that's probably why I didn't retain any fucking knowledge in school, because I just didn't pay attention. I mean, I think school was just not for me. I was just not one of those people that was meant for schooling. Essentially, I would like just ditch all my classes and whatever. Anyway, so I was, especially with this art academy in particular, I would ditch and like hang out with my friends instead. And my parents were paying a lot of money for me to go to this art academy. And my mom in particular felt very hurt because she was kind of living vicariously through me. She felt like, you know, other Asian parents especially aren't giving their children time of day with art, yet like here I am being the good mom sending Lyra to art school, and you're gonna ditch my art classes that I'm paying all this money for. And then she basically was like, you're on your fucking own. And so my mom and I had a huge fight and falling out, and there was like this whole thing about it. Yeah, I definitely did not appreciate or understand money, the concept of money or anything. Anyway, and then I kind of like worked my ass off, and I realized the errors of my ways, and I worked my ass off and got into like the most prestigious art school. So I get into this art school, right? And this art, like, if you guys are not aware of the American school system and also not aware of the American private school system, so the school that I attended, this may dox me a little bit. I'm sure other schools are like this too, so maybe it won't. The school I attended was on a trimester basis. So it was three trimesters in a year instead of semesters, right? Not like one semester. You know, most colleges is like 1 year is 2 semesters. You have like the spring semester, and then you have the fall semester, and then you rest between summer and winter. This one was like a trimester system. So you had 3 trimesters in a year. Each trimester at this art school, is private, very prestigious art school, cost at the time, because I am old, it cost $30,000 a semester, or a trimester. Yeah, a quarter. Yes, they called them quarter at my place too. $30,000 a quarter. So that is $90,000 a year, right? So I want to just put that into perspective when we're talking about art school. That is what private art school in America looks like. So I am attending this very prestigious private art school, art college. And I, you know, I'm at this point, I'm giving my best, because I have already spent my entire high school not giving a shit. And I know now how expensive this is. I'm understanding the concept of money. And I was like, okay, this is really expensive. I need to really try my best. And after a year of at that art school, oh, I'm getting emotional. I talked about this a bit with my aphantasia, and I didn't know I had aphantasia at the time, but I realized that no matter how hard I tried, that I would never be as good as like the people who were just talented at it. That was like the very fast realization I had in art school. I also just felt like, even though I'm doing my best, that I did not care about art as much as some other people, and that there are people who care less about art who are just naturally talented at it, and that I would never be those people. And then I developed an extremely toxic relationship with art. That was my weird toxic relationship with art story. And yeah, and I just always felt like I could try really hard, but I didn't even care that much, and everyone else who cared even less than me like was doing better. I think that was really hard. Like that feeling of like, I'm trying really hard, but there are people who care less than me and they will always do better. And then I realized that art is like one of those things that's it can be subjective to a degree. Art is objective, don't get me wrong, but like, especially if you're talking about like video game art or something like that, it is very subjective. Skill is subjective in art. Style is objective. Skill is subjective. And I realized that I just couldn't reach that level. I couldn't. And I think much later in life, when I realized that I had aphantasia, it really helped me kind of like understand where a lot of my struggles with art lied, because some of it did stem from art school acting like everyone could see things in their head, and me feeling like, holy shit, I'm not talented. Everyone has this natural ability that I just don't have. Whereas it was just actually like I'm physically incapable of doing that, right? So yeah. Anyway, that's kind of where I started having a bit of like a toxic relationship with art, where I really wanted to draw and I liked drawing, but then I would just get so frustrated. And even now, like if I draw, like I hate my drawing so much. And like it sucks because like my roommate is also, so she's a professional artist. My roommate is a professional artist. And she is fucking amazing at drawing. Absolutely amazing. If it wasn't doxing, I'd show you all of her art. She's like crazy. She's like very famous, not famous, but like she works on a lot of really big name projects and stuff. And she'll see my art and she'll be like, oh, Lyra, your art's so good. Lyra, I really love your art, or whatever. Like I'll show her something I draw and she's like, oh, it looks good. But like for me, it's like, I'll be like, oh, can you look at this drawing and like fix it for me? And then she'll be like, I think it's fine. But like for me, like it's all wrong. And I can't look at it, you know? Anyway, so I want to like try to fix my relationship with art a little bit. It's hard to do something for so long and put so much effort and hit a wall like that. You must have been very tough, and I just want to say I'm thankful for sharing your art with us at times. I can relate, but I don't have a toxic relationship with my situation. I just accepted that there are people who are better than me. I think I just like, it's because I can't let it go. I still like enjoy it. But I usually like, I can't look at my own art. I can't look at my own art. I hate it. It's crazy because sometimes I'll look at stuff that I drew like pre-debut and I'm like, how did I do that? Like, do you guys remember this drawing? Oh, it's huge. I don't love this drawing, but I still look at this sometimes and I'm like, wait, it's actually not that bad. I don't remember. How did I do this? How do I do How did I draw that? Was that me? Did I really draw that? You know, there's like the times like that where I like look at stuff that I did. I'm like, oh, I drew that. That's crazy, you know? That there's like, I pumped out so much art. Like pre-debut, because I was just like so like pent up, you know? Pent up. What else did I draw? I drew this one. This one I don't like as much. But I drew this one as well. Oh, a long time ago. And I think like before debut, I was a little bit more like, oh, I'll just like draw and I won't care. And it'll be fine. But I think now, for whatever reason, it's harder for me to do that. Oh, I forgot I made like a fucking... I made like animations. Like, I made this. I don't think I've ever used this. I should just turn this into an emote. This was like all like pre-debut stuff that I did when I had more time. I think you guys have seen this one, right? There's this one as well that I drew pre-debut. I don't know. They're all really old. You don't remember this one? Yeah, probably because I just didn't... I don't upload my art because I hate it. I don't upload my art because I hate it. Oh, man. Good times. Why aren't we using it? Oh, I like this one. This was like around debut with the Tuma memes. I think I posted this one. The Tuma. Yeah, I don't know. I get like very weird about my art. I have like art that I drew that I don't think I ever uploaded. Like, what is this? Emo art. Emo art. I drew emo art. I don't know when the hell I drew that. I don't know when I drew that. I drew this Kokone when she debuted. Kokone, debut Kokone back in ye old day. Good times. Was a long time ago. Yeah. I still treasure it. No, don't treasure it. Don't look at it. I don't know. I'm trying to be a little bit more kind to myself. I don't know if you guys have seen the animation that I did. It's pretty old. Juice Skittles! Oh my god. Thank you for the Agasupa. Don't beat yourself up, Marshmallow Lear. I know someone who went through it. My sister in for sure. 100%. Like it's a big regret of mine not trying music harder. But I really, really love music a lot. So I do hope your sister-in-law pushes through. I really, really appreciate the Agasupa. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, I don't know if you guys have seen the animation that I made. That was like me really... I don't know what happened. Something took over me and I just like went for it. And I was like blood, sweat, and tears. And it didn't do so well. I don't think people really cared much for it. But it was definitely like a passion project. It had a lot of the stuff that I really like and enjoy. And I put it together. But it took a lot out of me. So that's why I haven't done another one. Even though I had a couple scripts. And also now that like V in Universe is out, I'm like, I don't need to make these. They're making them. They're making them. But that animation, like, you know, I drew all the frames on that one. Do I have any frames that I like particularly like? Everything was really rushed though. So all the frames are pretty janky. Like Like they're all very like quick drawings like this. Like a very, very fast, how quickly can I draw every single item, you know? I like this one, the Lofi one, even though it's also very janky and quick. You could see like, look at all these areas and coloring that I missed, but you know, it doesn't matter. You only see it on the screen for like half a second, so. I also like this crazy Kokone one. Yeah, very good one. The Kokone jump scare. But yeah, that was I would love to do more stuff like that, just it doesn't really, you know, it's hard to justify it because it was like that's all I did for a month. That's all I did for a month. What if it turns into emo? I could send you all the I'll send you all the files if you want to. If you have emote slots and you need temporary emotes, here, I'll send it to you right now before I forget. I had Echo send me her ones from her animatic too. Hers are so good. Echo's stills are all like fucking masterpieces, whereas mine are like really janky. Didn't you make Mita's cute PNG collab? Oh my god, no. I hate those so much. I like Echo, Amoria, and Mita all use them. So I made Echo, Amoria, Mita, and Maeve. Cause basically in the girls like group chat, I was like, whoever respond, the first 4 people respond, I'm drawing you guys. Cause I just felt like practicing. And then I drew their like little foogies and I hated them. I hated it so much. But I appreciate that they use it. I actually made one for myself that I don't use. So this is mine. Oh shit, it's huge. This is mine. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Where'd all my stuff go? There it is. And then I also did... I've uploaded this one. This one I use a little bit more. This one I use a little bit more. But I don't use them too much. Every time I look at I like Echoes the most. I think Echoes came out pretty good. This one. I like Echoes. It's one of the few ones that I really like. Hey, welcome. Thank you so much for the super chat, Miss Welker. Regardless of what you think, your art is beautiful. Sometimes what you need to do is stop and look and say, I did that and appreciate how far you got. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. I mean, I'm trying. That's why it's my New Year's resolution. I think I just need to have like a better relationship with my art. I need to like just do it more. Because art's one of the things where like you don't get better unless you actually do it. Right? So I just need to do it. I think the one that I was the most proud of last year was, I have 2. Last year, I was really proud of my Naki designs. For her outfit design contest thing. I don't know what her outfit's gonna look like. But this I was really proud of this one. I thought it came out pretty good, especially because I did it in just a couple hours. So I'm pretty proud of this one. Happy how it came out. So I that is one of the ones I was proud of last year. But it's also Naki, so you know, it's drawn like extra love because Naki's my Kamiyoshi. Oh, here's something that I never finished. Wait, you want to see something funny that I never finished? Can I set it up? Here, let me set it up so it's kind of funny to show it to you guys. If I can find it. I forgot I did this one at all. I have a lot of these where I like... where I make random stuff. Oh, wait. This is, I was trying to make like a funny bit. I was trying to do a funny bit, but I didn't know where I was going with it. So I have like the L, I, oh. art. I was like, okay, what do I do? I had the idea, and then like it kind of ended. It kind of ended there. Yeah, this was weird YMCA. Yeah, it's the weird YMCA. You know, for this one in particular, I actually took a photo of myself doing this because I was like, how the fuck do you do an R? And I have aphantasia, so I literally took a selfie of myself trying to do this pose. So there's a picture on my phone somewhere of me of me physically doing this to try and figure out how to make it. Oh my god. Yeah, that was something I did. I forgot I did that. There's so many little things that I've done that I forgot I did. The more Leora lore. I drew this that I never uploaded or did anything with. I was like, oh, I want to draw myself with a Kamen Rider belt doing a Kamen Rider pose. And then I did, and I was like, okay, now what? I was like, now what? I did that one. And then I also drew myself making Gunpla. Yeah. It's I don't know, these just exist. I have one doing Vanguard too. You should use these. No, I hate them. I have a Yu-Gi-Oh one too. Yeah, toxic relationship with art will do that to you. You know, you'll just make a bunch of stuff and never use it. Oh, I have this one as well. This one's really bad. Very, very janky looking one. I think my art especially is in that weird borderline. Oh wait, I have this. Oh, I forgot about this one. I like this one. This one's cute. I think I have like a weird relationship with art where like my art's like good. It's good, too good to be just janky. And then it's like too bad to be good. And that's what frustrates me with it. Anyway, yeah, so I want to, you know, I'm trying. This year, I'm gonna try to really not beat myself up so much for it. Oh, you want to see something funny that I've never shown you guys before? This was from my debut. This was from my debut where I was like, I was gonna draw all of my slides, but then I hate my art, and then so I didn't. But this was like the sketch for what my slides, my like likes and dislikes were gonna be. Yeah. I draw Beagle and Tragle of wine and beer and lattes and boba, burgers, singing. I don't know why I drew myself as a grandma, but I did. I don't know why I drew myself as a grandma. This was like literally like this is I don't remember drawing that. Lore accurately, or shut the fuck up. I don't know. Why'd you put the docs in there? Shut up. I don't know why I put that in there. The accurate self-portrait is the one of me sleeping, okay? Anyway, this was a lot of some debut stuff that I dicked around with. Oh, have I shown you guys? This is not art related. We're gonna switch topics a little bit. I sent this photo of Amoria, this photo to Amoria. I did show you guys. I showed you guys this. Never mind. I already showed it to you guys. The my pink collection. Everyone was like, "Wow, you really like pink." Like I do. Where I stuck Amoria. Here, I'll show it again if people missed it. I have this photo. I sent to Amoria. I put Amoria in my pink collection. My little group of pink things. I have a Prinny, I have a Ditto Jigglypuff, I have Melfi's, I have a Chikawa, Fua from Precure, Marie from Aristocats, a lot of my melodies, Dodo from Smile, a Sweet Precure, and Cat, and then the Sussy Axolotl with Nun. I have the Vagina Mouth. And then I have Amoria sitting there. Because she belongs. A lot of magical girl stuff in here as well, so thought she belonged in there. And then obviously the Ohisa Mama body pillow. Yeah. Yeah! Anyway. Sorry, give me a second. Yeah. So anyway, New Year's resolution. Art. I'm really gonna try to draw like once a week. And I always say that I'll do this, but I'm really going to do this. I'm going to try to do members only master study drawing streams. So we've done this before where I take an artist that I like and I do a master copy, which means that I look at their drawing and I try to draw the exact same thing. And you learn a lot, and you do this a lot in art school. Let me see if I can find the one that I did before. Although I feel weird posting it because I don't have permission from the artist. So maybe I won't post it. But I have a couple master studies that I've done. Yes, this is not the same as tracing. So I'm recreating the art without tracing over it. So I just look at it and then I have to freehand all of it. And I've done a couple of these. I'm really gonna try to do that. There is a pink Zaku. I do have my pink Zaku, but it's on my Gundam shelf. Maybe I'll move it up. I don't know if I have space though. I don't have a ton of space though, but yeah. Zeltat, thank you so much for the super chat. Listen, you're a young lady. The art is cute. As an artist, you are always your own worst critic. Never give up. We're here for support. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the super chat. Yeah, I'm trying. That's why I made it my resolution this year. I'm really gonna try this year to not hate my art as much and to try to draw more and to just be more comfortable with looking at my own art and facing my own art even. Even just looking at it makes me uncomfortable sometimes, so yeah, and so I'll probably do that on member streams because again, I don't want like publicly because I don't have permission from the artist and I'm just doing a study. I don't want people to get the wrong idea if they don't like know who I am or what I'm doing, you know? Yeah. And yeah. What other resolutions do I have? What other resolutions do I have? Do you guys have any New Year's resolutions? I'm definitely gonna try to like finish things. I feel like I always leave things unfinished, or I say that I'll do things and I don't actually do them because I get distracted because of my ADHD. I'm trying. Get swole. Your resolution is to not die. That's a good resolution. I want to be healthier. Like, do you mean like eating habits, exercise, or all of the above? I picked the drawing more one. Build a computer I bought parts for 2 months ago. You could do it, I believe. You just inspired a New Year's resolution I'm gonna do now. What is it? What is it? Go to Japan this year. Heck yeah. Love yourself more. Aw, yeah, that's a great one. Loving yourself, that's a journey that I also really had a hard time with, but it's something that I think is really important and I hope you take really seriously. Lose 10 pounds, do it in a healthy way. I hope you lose it in a healthy way because I think sometimes you think about the number too much and you just start dieting, but it's always better to exercise, and the exercise is the muscle's heavier. Remember that muscle mass is heavier than fat mass. So even if you are heavier weight-wise, it might not necessarily mean that you have gained weight, right? It means that you have lost the fat but kept the muscle, and that's really important. Actually, keep a Duolingo streak. My longest was 55 days. 55 days is great. I want to beat that. Hell yeah, you can do it. I also want to like take learning Japanese more seriously as well. My resolution 400 by 400. Shut up. I want to visit a Gundam base someday. Heck yeah. I think, wasn't there talks of like a Gundam base opening in the US or something? Want to go to more concerts and cons. That's a really good one. I want a good one. Finish one video game. I've never done that before. I give up so easily. No, I understand. I used to be like that too until, well, actually I finished like story-based ones a lot more. But sorry, visual novels and stuff, those are a lot easier for me to finish. So like Phoenix Wright or anything with visual novel elements, I usually am more keen on finishing. So I do finish those. But like action games, I'm really bad at finishing. Overthink life less, work harder, and take it easy while improving. That's a good one. That's a good one. I'm also learning to draw, so I'm going to try to draw once per week. Heck yeah. I'm going to post a mini violin cover every month. Oh, that's awesome. Oh my gosh. Did you guys watch the Genshin concert? I actually cried during the Genshin. I love orchestral music so much. I don't talk about it a lot. I mention it here and there, but I'm a really big orchestral music fan, and I'm also a really big jazz fan, which some people didn't know. So I don't listen to it or keep up with it much anymore, but I really am a huge fan. I'm like a big fan of what's his name? American in Paris. Oh my God, Gershwin, right? Gershwin is like one of my favorite composers, like period. You like jazz? Yeah, do love Gershwin stuff a lot. Gershwin is amazing, incredible. I really also like Chameleon. That's like one of my favorite jazz songs. Wait, is Chameleon the one that goes like dun 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 dun? That song with the clapping? Yeah, I think that's Chameleon. I really like Chameleon. It's one of my favorite songs. And then for classical music, I like piano concertos. Piano concertos are like my absolute favorite. I love almost every piano concerto I've heard. I have a favorite piano concerto, but I don't remember who it was and what exactly it was. I'm a really big fan of who's the guy that Liszt piano concertos. Holy shit, Liszt piano concertos are like amazing. I really love Liszt in general. Liszt is one of my favorite like classical composers as well. Sorry, I'm scrolling through all of your stuff. More drawing, German. Love you like we love you. Yeah, heck yeah. Love yourself. Yeah, for sure. Dust off your tablet and start practice again. Yes, please. Maybe we could do stuff together. Setting habits, work through your media backlog, paint more of your miniatures. Yeah, that sounds awesome. Working through backlogs is really rough. Game backlogs, figure kit backlogs, etc., etc. How do I know if I love myself? I think loving yourself is like finding things about, like, just like when you love somebody else, right? When you love somebody else, whether it's a friend, whether it's your family, whether it's your partner, when you love somebody else, part of loving someone is not loving them unconditionally per se, but recognizing their flaws, but still loving them. So when it comes to loving yourself, it's not about saying that you're the best or that, you don't want to become a narcissist, right? That's a completely different thing. Loving yourself is acknowledging your flaws, but still respecting yourself and understanding also the good things about yourself and loving yourself for who you are and just, accepting yourself for who you are. So it is, there's a lot to loving yourself, and loving yourself can mean something different for different people, just as regular love means something different for different people. But I would say that in general, I don't want people to misunderstand when I say like, yeah, it's great to work on loving yourself. It's not about like being like thinking that you're the best or anything. It's about accepting yourself for who you are and recognizing your strengths, but also recognizing your weaknesses. Get over your social anxiety or at least attempt to work at it. No, I feel that's so hard. That was something that I really pushed myself for last year, but this year I'm going to try to focus on doing that with VTubers, because I did that a lot IRL last year, but I need to try to be a little bit more open with VTubers as well. Let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to read everyone's, but I'm like, missing a couple. House renovation, family trips outside of the country, pick up a new hobby. That's all really awesome. House renovations, good luck with that. That's always so hard and expensive too, and takes a lot of patience. I had a friend who was renovating her house the last year. It took her like 2 years to do like half a year's worth of work, because there's always problems and inspectors and whatnot. So good luck, best of luck for sure. Working on my attention span because I daydrift a lot. Well, I would see a medical professional about that, because sometimes you just can't fucking help it. Like some people, like ADHD medication, like it goes like your brain just, sometimes that's not something you can just power through with willpower. Some people can, but for some other people, if you're having a hard time, don't beat yourself up for it. Please, I be kind to yourself. ADHD is like a real thing, and you can really get medicated for it, and make sure you talk to a medical professional if you feel like personally it's really difficult for you to do. Like, don't blame yourself ever, please. Let's see. Be more consistent with studying for uni, learning Portuguese. Good luck learning Portuguese. I only know oi tudo bem. That's all I know in Portuguese. Has Lyra finished a game on stream? I have. Surely I must have. I mean, look, I'm looking. I'm not good at finishing games, as you guys know. Let's see. I'm going through my entire fucking backlog to prove to you that I have finished a game on stream. All right, we have, what did we play this year? Okay, we didn't finish those. I finished Gunpla. Does that count? We didn't finish those. Okay, we also didn't finish that one. See, but I play a lot of like Master Duel and stuff. That doesn't count. Masterful Shadowverse, those don't count. We finished the hentai tag tier list. Does that count? Okay, we didn't finish that, and we didn't finish that one either. That's okay. We also didn't finish that one or that one. Peglin, you can't finish. I finished Peglin, right? Yeah, I finished Refined Self. Yeah, I finished those. I did not finish that one. I didn't finish that one. Apex, does that count? Oh, Doki Doki Literature Club. That's right. DDLC. I did finish DDLC. I also finished... not that one. Not that one either. Did I finish Bully? I feel like I technically finished Bully. Don't you think? Don't you think I finished Bully? No? Yes? No? What is finishing Bully? What does finishing really mean, right? I don't think you beat Bully. Okay, fine. I didn't beat Bully. Oh, I finished Cats Organized Neatly. I finished Cats Organized Neatly. I finished one run of Nier Automata. Yeah. I finished one run. And what else? I finished Pokemon Violet. I mean, the main story of Pokemon Violet. I didn't do the Area 0 or whatever, but I did the rest of Pokemon Violet, if that counts. I was also limited on streams. I finished God of War. You're right. I did finish God of War. And see, I finished a bunch of games. What, you guys are so dramatic. You guys are so dramatic. I finished so many games. Are you kidding me? I finished Bad End Theater. That was a short one, but that was really good, by the way. If you guys haven't played Bad End Theater, highly recommend that. We finished Cult of the Lamb as well. We finished Cult of the Lamb. We finished Ib. Come on now. Come on now. We finished Ib. We finished Cult of the Lamb. Didn't we finish a Digimon game on stream? What did we play? We played Survive, but we didn't finish Survive because I lost my save file. I think we beat all of Rise as well, right? Monster Hunter Rise. We beat the story, the main story. We beat Stray. We beat Stray. We beat We Were Here Forever. Did I not play Cyber Sleuth 2 on stream? I thought I did. I thought I did, but maybe I didn't. I finished the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I mean, it's like, you know, that's a lot, right? No way, you got to Cyber Sleuth in a couple streams? I must have done it on my own time. I thought I finished Cyber Sleuth, I finished 1 for sure on my own time. I thought I played 2 on stream, but I didn't see the stream. Didn't finish the watermelon game? Okay, what counts as finishing the watermelon game? Come on now. Come on now. You technically finished Backpack Battlers. Yeah, see, exactly. Alright, anyway. I've realized that we have been talking for over an hour now, but today, the actual meat of the stream, I don't know how long it'll be, is gonna be a personality test. So I met up with PokePal, and she's really into like personality types. And she says that she believes that I am a ENFP with social anxiety. That's what she thinks I am. And we were talking about it, and she was like, oh, Lyra, what is your personality type? And I did like the Myers-Briggs 16 personality whatever one, and I got ENFP as well. But I was like, but I don't really know about Myers-Briggs and blah blah. And she was saying that like she also thinks that the Myers-Briggs 16 personality test is not very good. So she sent me one that she thinks is better. So we're gonna do that one on stream. Let me get it. Sorry, my neighbor is moving the trash. So we're doing the Michael Kilaw's cognitive functions test. Apparently, this is more accurate. It talks about functions, so it's supposed to be a little bit more accurate. And you can take this at michaelkilaws.com/personality if you guys want to do it yourself. And yeah, so they're gonna teach us the 16 code words and whatnot. So we have it's all based off of Carl Jung's personality, or Carl Jung's like philosophies. So he talks about cognitive functions and grouping those functions. So it's about function stacks. Yeah, function stacks. And you will see here, so it talks about the 16 types personality system is popular for Fortune 500 companies to online dating websites. So instead of introducing new terms, we'll be using the same 4 little personality types you've probably already heard of, like ISTJ and ENFP. But nearly every other personality test stops with these 4 letters. We're going to be taking a step further by breaking down those 4 letter types into their Jungian cognitive functions, things like TI and SE. So guess what? Contrary to those other overly simplistic personality tests would tell you, it is perfectly normal if you like partying one night but feel like staying home alone to read the next. But the truth is, no one is 100% an extrovert or 100% an introvert. We're all a bit of both, and your type's cognitive function will explain why. Skeptical, you should be. Like I said, there's a lot of bad personality tests out there, and I'm promising a lot, but personality typing is all about understanding differences, and different communication styles work best for different types of people. So let's put that concept to work. If you're a skeptic, click the plus button to an alternative introduction to the subject, so you can see some other stuff if you guys are not really interested or unsure about these things. So we're gonna find out what our personality type is today. Is it truly ENFP? We'll see. I have never taken this particular test before. Let me scooch this up just a little bit. I've never taken this test before, so we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out today if I really am an ENFP or not. All right. Personality type theory 101. There are 16 personality types, each made of 4 letters called dimensions. There are a lot of common misconceptions about this personality typing. Here's a short overview of the 4 dimensions. So if you guys are not familiar with the MBTI Myers-Briggs personality, they're going to break it down a little bit. It's a little bit different here, but just in general, they're going to break it down. David Walcott, thank you so much for the super chat. Michael, something test. We're not like other personality tests. Yeah, exactly. But we'll see. We'll see. Who knows? Maybe this will be accurate. The first letter is I or E. Usually it's introvert or extrovert. It explains what energizes you. Second letter is S or N. It's all about how you take new information. What does S or N say? It's like sensitive. Wait, was it? What does the S and N stand for? I don't remember. T and F is like something and feeling, right? Intuitive. Did my stream cut? Is it back? Okay, sensing or intuitive. And then a sadist or neutralist. Shut up. This one is thinking or feeling, I think. Thinking or feeling. And then this one is, I don't know what P and J are. What are P and J? Perceiving and judging. Thank you. Yeah, I also don't really know much about MBTIs and stuff. If someone tells me they're MBTI, I'm just like, yeah, sure. That sounds great. So maybe I'll also learn a little bit more about these things too. Peanut butter and jelly. PNG or JPEG. Yes, exactly. All right, here we go. Next, we're going to start. Oh no, here we go. Is it really so black and white? So Jungian type dynamics, we're talking about like the TITEFIFESISE or NI or NE. And primary, auxiliary, tertiary, and inferior. So it's going to be a little bit more rounded than your typical MBTI scale. So we'll see. Yeah. Each section will describe which is cognitive function variance you're most comfortable with. Everyone uses all the cognitive functions throughout their life, but some should seem far more familiar than others. That's why it's important to indicate how strongly you identify with each one. Choose the neutral option if you feel like both choices apply equally well, if you can't decide, or if you don't particularly identify with either one to get the best results. Gotcha. Be sure to review all options on each slide before selecting one. On mobile, you might have to scroll. Test should take 15 to 20 minutes. Alrighty. First night there was no BGM. Oh, I should turn on my BGM. Thank you. 1 second. Where's my BGM? Did I get rid of it? Sometimes I just delete it because I don't need it here. BGM. We'll do the Symphoria BGM. I feel like I don't use this one that often. Do you hear it? Okay. I'd say it would be like trying to describe how your mind works by making a cast list for a TV show. Weird, but kind of fun. Yeah. We'll go through this together and you guys will get to know me a little bit more. I'll get to know me a little bit more too. Let's get started. Start! Alright. First, let's figure out how you make analytical decisions and judgments. Remember, all the traits you're about to see will apply to everyone at some point in their life. For example, an indecisive person will become decisive if they're making a life or death decision, or even if their role at work forces them to be that way. The question is, what comes most naturally to you? If no one were forcing you deep down, how would you be? So this is TE or TI. Which sounds most like you? You love starting new projects. You're like an architect building up solution by exploring all possibilities to find the best approach. Example, when researching something to buy online, you open dozen variations in different tabs to compare each one and make sure you're making the ideal choice. This is definitely me. You look completing project. No. Definitely not me. In a crisis, you look commanded to push into... I mean, I do that though. But I do this more. Way more. Maybe I'll do it like this. I'm not going to go all the way because I do think there's a little bit of this. So we're going to go mostly here. And Every time I buy something, it takes me hours because I look at every single option. But then usually towards the end, I get like this. I'll start like this, and then I usually get like too impatient, and then I get here. Which is why I don't think I'm more like on the somewhat. Which one sounds the most like you? You file ideas away in your mind to be developed later, and you like to figure out how things work. You're good at scheduling, quantifying, and contingency planning. Example, you're on an event planning committee. So you start to think about all the cool ideas you have saved on your Pinterest board or notebook and what you've seen at work, what you've seen work well at other similar events you've attended. In fact, you're breaking down all the attributes of mediocre versus amazing events you've been to. Example, you're on an event planning committee and the group is arguing over which theme to go with. There might be some hurt feelings, but the best way to ensure a successful event is for you to assert your leadership and lay down a decision. Ooh. I feel like I'm kind of both. File away ideas in your mind to be developed later, and you like to figure out how things work. You're good at scheduling, quantifying, and the contingency planning. The thing is, I don't think I'm good at quantifying. I'm good at scheduling and I'm good at contingency planning, but I'm not good at quantifying. And I do this, but not as much as I do these two things. So I want to say more this side. I don't do like the Pinterest boards and stuff. So I'm going to say somewhat on this side. Which you want to be in control. You don't like people trying to influence you too much. You like identifying how things are different and logically classifying them. Oh, these are both hard. Time is running short on a group project. Everyone else is still discussing different approaches, but you're the one to put your foot down and make the decision to ensure that you finish on time. See, this example is very much me. This one, not so much. These two feel really different to me. But then here, you like identifying how things are different and logically classifying them. You're excited about the idea of taste testing coffees or wine, identifying which attributes certain ones have in common, and coming up with the most logical way to group them. This does not excite me. But I do logically classify. I'm going to say more on this side. I'm going to say more somewhat here. The best ideas are efficient and immediately useful. Information should be objective, orderly, and rational. You're passionate about knowledge for its own sake. Accuracy is important, and it doesn't matter where an idea came from if it's the best one. Ooh, I think this one. But let's see. In a group brainstorming session, you're quick to identify which ideas are most likely to actually make a significant difference and push the project towards completion. You like collapsing choices down to something actionable. In a group brainstorming session, you sometimes get carried away with interesting ideas and follow them a little too far down the rabbit hole before getting back on track. There are always exceptions and subtle differences, so it's hard to collapse things. Oh, yeah. Much more on this. What is this test called again? It's the Michael Kalaz personality test. So michaelkalaz.com/personality. Here, I'll link it. Anytime I like post a link, it's like broken for me, and then I have to refresh it. Here we go. All right. You're excited by following all the steps on the winding path leading to the conclusion. Meaning is more important than pure facts, and you want to understand what's going on behind the scenes. Versus, you want something that works efficiently. You're more concerned with the final result than understanding all the steps and thought process that led to it. The facts are fine, no need to draw broader conclusions. So these are hard. Let me see. Example, your colleague delivers a chart that you've been waiting on for a presentation. You're curious which other chart types she might have experimented with, why she chose that font, and why it's... Oh, definitely not me. Your colleague delivers a chart that you've been waiting on for a presentation. You're most concerned with the final numbers and whether they tell the story you want. It's not that you don't care what the data comes from, but if it looks good enough, you'd rather just move on. Oh, much more on this side. You scored 3 TI and 4 TE. Uh-oh. That's pretty close. All right, so now let's go with FEFI. Next, let's see how you make feelings-oriented decisions and judgments. You filter a situation through your own internal values to see how it makes you feel. You have a very personal or gut-based system of ethics that can be hard to explain to others. Ooh, that is me. That is me. The other side is... Values are objective and shared. You look to social norms and exceptions like etiquette for morality. Ooh, that's also me! Uh-oh. Uh-oh, this is hard, Chad. Let's see the examples. The examples do make it a little bit easier to choose. Your values are very subjective. You're much less concerned with a set of expectations shared by society and much more intent on following the code of conduct or character attribute that you've decided are important. You may not agree with all the manners and rules of etiquette imposed by society, but you understand them enough to know when someone is breaking them. You're aware of expectations imposed by groups, institutions, and hosts, and you feel something when someone in the group is committing faux pas. Oh, yeah. No. This is more of this. Much more this. I mean, I do have this, but much more this, I think. Are you guys also like finding things like that you are not sure of, or you feel more one way or another? Are you guys also taking the test? You guys should. If you guys haven't already, you guys should open up the test and we can all share at the end what we all got. Taking it right now. You feel responsible for other people's feelings and you adjust your behavior to make them feel comfortable. You tend to be very open about yourself. Example, you like to make sure the group is feeling good, so you're willing to bend a bit on some of your values to make other people feel more. Oh, this is me. Authenticity and sincerity are important to you, and you hate when others seem fake or insecure. You're more reluctant to share your personal feelings. This first line is very true, but the second line is not so true. Your values are paramount, and you can't understand how some people are so quick to make exceptions to their morality. For example, telling a lie to make someone else feel better. What's the point of having values if you're willing to adjust them as needed? Nah, definitely left side for me. You try to maintain group harmony by negotiating conflicting views and finding commonalities. If people aren't getting along, you often find yourself in the role of trying to smooth things over. Yes, definitely, this is me. And finding common ground. Shared bursts of emotion from a group make you uncomfortable since you don't need or want external emotional support for your feelings. The idea of sitting in a circle where everyone shares something personal and then gets validation from the group sounds terrible. Oh, this also sounds terrible. I'm really like, how do I say? I'm very anti-circle jerk. And I know that sounds really negative and I'm putting in a very negative light, but I really like can't be in a space where everyone is like just patting each other on the back or saying that everyone is right. Like I like can't. I'm so uncomfortable in that sort of space. It's really, really hard for me to just sit and listen to that. And some people need that, and that's fine. And I'm happy for people who need that and that they can do that. So true, Bessie. Everyone agree with her. Shut up. Shut up, Chad. Which is why, like, I'm very open to like people disagreeing with me. But usually, if people disagree with me, I kind of want to like hear why. And I don't really like I don't like when people blindly agree with people, and I also don't really like it when people tell me things or ask me things when they already know what answer they want. You know? That's like not my cup of tea. And I'm really stubborn, so if people say, like, if I can tell that somebody's trying to fish a certain response out of me, I will intentionally not give it to them just because I hate feeling like I'm being like manipulated to say something. And I think that's like not really good. It's definitely a toxic personality trait of mine, but I really, really, really don't like it when people fish for something. And I really hate giving that to people. So a lot of my close friends know that I'm just like not the person to go to when they want something like that. It's like, I think it's just one of those things where I'm a very honest person and I will always give you my most honest response. And I hope that in a way that me giving an honest response just raises my legitimacy. And that way you'll trust me when I actually say that something is good, right? Like if I say like, yeah, that's a good idea, or yeah, you're making a good decision, that you can trust that I'm telling you the truth and I'm not just trying to like pat your ass because that's what everybody else does. And like, I just don't want to be the person to do that, if that makes sense. I'm not an ass patter. Yeah, definitely not an ass patter. I sometimes wish I was, because I feel like I've gotten into a lot of conflict with people because they will say something to me and they'll like ask me like, oh, Lyra, what do you think of this? And I'll give them my honest answer, and they'll basically be like, well, I just wanted someone to like, well, they won't say it to me. They'll say it to somebody else, and then they'll complain about me, and they'll be like, oh, Lyra's like such a bitch. Like, I just wanted someone to like tell me that it was good or whatever, that was gonna be okay. But she like had to like hyperanalyze it and actually like give me a, like, you know, try to like blah, blah, blah when like, you know. So like, most of my good friends, they know that I'm like that. So they will tell me like, hey, Lyra, I just want someone to say nice things. Can you just say nice things? And I'll be like, yeah, of course, I can do that. If you tell me that, that's fine. But if you don't start with that and then you ask me for my opinion, I'm going to give you an honest opinion on whatever it is that you're asking me. I'm really not one to just throw compliments at people for no reason. Every time that I say something, I genuinely mean it. And I feel like while that some people can't handle that and they don't like that, for me personally, I feel that it just makes anytime that I say something genuine or real, positive, really positive, like people actually believe me more, you know? Anyway, yeah, I'm not a fan of either of these. I mean, I feel like I'm both of these things, so we're gonna go neutral here. All right. You pay attention to the moral implication of actions, and you're more concerned with how things should be than how they are. Interesting. You enjoy discussing codified morality, such as what types of values a society should have. Interesting. I am interested in this thing, but I don't know if I necessarily am that thing. You interpret situations more about how you feel about them than by the objective facts that are visible to everyone else. You often find that you often find that advice from other people isn't very useful to you because you see many distinctions and personal issues that prevent their advice from fully applying to a situation. This I didn't agree with, but the example I do agree with. I don't think that I'm feeling over facts, but I do think that if people don't understand the full length of the situation, that they can't actually give me valid advice. I don't know. This is a hard one. You pay attention to the moral implications of your actions, and you're more concerned with how things should be than how they are. See, I don't think that that's true about me. You enjoy discussing codified morality, such as what types of values society should have. I do enjoy this. I'm just gonna go somewhat. I'm not really sure about this one. You're in tune with other people's emotions and you actively try to fulfill their needs. You sense how other people are feeling and you can't help but to feel some of their energy rub off on you in a way that makes you feel attached to what they're experiencing. Oh, for sure. You're in tune with how things make you feel and you're focused on self-expression or sharing your emotions through experiences or art. You're very aware of how people and experiences affect your mood and feelings, and you channel those feelings indirectly through something like, no. Definitely this. I'm pretty hyper aware of my own feelings. No, actually, I take that back. I feel like I'm not as good with my own feelings as I am with other people's feelings. A lot of times if people ask me how I feel about something, I don't know. But I can tell you how I feel like it's making everybody else feel, and I will also adjust the way that I feel to make sure that everybody else feels comfortable about it rather than me trying to feel comfortable about it, because I feel more comfortable when everybody else around me is feeling comfortable. Like, it's less about me being comfortable. It's more about like everyone else around me being comfortable. 6 FE and 1 FI. Holy shit, that was really one-sided on that one. All right, SE or SI. Now we'll look at how you perceive the world and take in information. First, let's explore how you deal more with concrete sensations and practical information. You vividly compare and contrast your current situation with what you experienced in the past or with what you consider to be normal. When you're out on a hike, you find yourself focused on what changed since the last time you were there or how these types of trees remind you of another hike you went on years ago. You pay attention to what's going on around you in the physical world right now. You're more perceptive than most people with your 5 senses. When you're out on a hike, you're caught up in what's happening right now or all around you, feeling the urge to go and stop, touch a tree's bark, smell a flower, or stop to feel the sun on your skin. No. Definitely this one. Definitely this one. Okay, next one is you objectively see what's there in the world around you without applying judgment, personal bias, or seeing hidden meanings. You often see multiple sides of an issue. You like to be fully in the moment, diving in and improvising without planning, almost like your body is melding with your environment so you can fully experience all the sensations. This second part, I don't know. The first part, yes. You subjectively filter new information through your previous knowledge and experiences. Historical context is important, not only your own personal past, but also traditions, procedures, and laws. You're a little more cautious, moving slowly and steadily towards your goal, and careful planning. You keep your distance a bit more as you relate to things in your environment, to what you've experienced in the past, or traditions or regulations you respect. No, definitely this one. Definitely this one. I love melding with my environment. Become one with your environment. All right, which one sounds more like you? You're observant and you follow concrete things happening around you, sights, smells, styles, trends, and what people around you are doing, including their nonverbal cues that others often miss. You tend to pick up on what people are doing with their bodies, whether it's noticing a colleague's new perfume or recognizing those trendy new shoes that everyone seems to be wearing. You like to remember and preserve the past, and you favor the tried and true. Your cherished things are routine and familiar. Oh, definitely not this. And new things can take a while to grow on you. You're the type of person who loves wearing a favorite sweater or eating a favorite meal often. If you don't like a new food the first time, you know you might start to tolerate it or even like if you keep trying it. Definitely this side. You love the physical world, whether it's admiring beauty or experiencing new sensations. You might be a thrill seeker, fashion guru, or first responder. You're invigorated by physical stimulation, whether it's the adrenaline of an extreme sport, the playfulness of dance, or the texture of an interesting fabric. You're probably also good with tools or hands-on work. What if I like the thrill of video games? What if I like the thrill of video games? Invigorated by video games? Adrenaline in video games? Does this count? You're very in tune with your internal bodily sensations like pain, hunger, and thirst. You can describe in detail what it feels like in your body when you're feeling a certain emotions, such as racing heart, tingling skin, and you often recall memories in vivid sensory detail. Ooh. Probably more on this side. Maybe it's definitely not this. I'm definitely not in tune with any of this. My friend, literally, she was like, Leora, there is something wrong with you. Because we will travel together. And she was like, you literally don't know you're hungry until you're about to pass out. And even when you're about to pass out, it's, whoa, wait, I feel weird. I think I'm going to pass out. I don't know why. And then you go, oh, I'm hungry. That's me. That's me. I'll be like, oh, I didn't realize I was hungry. And I have a really high pain tolerance, so sometimes I don't realize I'm in pain. I don't know. Thirst? I usually don't know I'm thirsty until I'm like drinking water, and then I'm like, oh shit, I was really thirsty. Yeah. I misread that as fashion gyaru, which is also true. Maybe it's an ADHD thing. Maybe it is. I know I say that I have ADHD, but it's like half a joke because I haven't actually been diagnosed. So when I was going to my psychiatrist, I've talked about this on stream before, but essentially I asked her like, hey, can I take an ADHD test? And she was like, it's really hard to be diagnosed for ADHD. So she was telling me that what she wanted to do with me first was treat my depression, because a lot of times ADHD is linked with depression. So if my depression medication was working, my antidepressants were working, sometimes it will also help cure the ADHD aspect of it. So she put me on antidepressants first, as well as antidepressants for a really long time. And then I stopped going to my psychiatrist because I couldn't afford it. I couldn't afford it. And then now I don't know if I actually have ADHD or not. Yeah. Anyway, she was saying that they're often linked. So usually if you have one, you have the other. So if you treat one, the other one usually goes away. So she said that's really common to have both depression and ADHD. All right, which one sounds more like you? You take in new information and carefully compare it to your own past behavior and experiences while minding your routines. There's a precision to your life and you notice inconsistencies in details. Rules and precedents exist for a reason. Definitely not. You're cautious and tend to develop a plan before jumping right in. What worked well before? What is the right procedure here? Or you tend to live in the moment. You might be impulsive sometimes and You might need a push from the outside world to take action on something you've been meaning to do but putting off. You'd rather focus on immediate needs rather than rules or obligations. You're good at adapting and thinking on your feet, whether it's improvising in challenging sales situations or dealing with changing weather while out camping. Definitely this side. I scored 2 SI and 8 SE. Now, let's see how you deal with abstract information that's less associated with physical senses. You're indecisive. You love brainstorming and you juggle a lot of thoughts in your mind at once. The more the better until you have to make a decision. Your mind is like a tree with branches extending in every direction with growth that sometimes feels unstoppable. You focus on a few good ideas and exclude others to avoid distraction. You're known for having a powerful vision where you can cut to the heart of the matter and disregard all the extraneous information to focus down to what's truly important. It's better to eliminate the weaker ideas so you can focus on your efforts to really building out the best ones. Ooh, definitely 50-50 on this. I don't think I'm kind of on both sides here. I don't really know if I have a lot of thoughts and I love brainstorming, but I also am pretty good at like pinpointing the ones that I like more, and I'm good at like categorizing them into like 우선순위. What's 우선순위 in English? In priority. Giving them priorities. There we go. Yeah. God, sometimes Korean words come to my head fast in English. You're focused on your goals or dreams and look inward for ideas to make the future happen. Both of these are interested in the future, but you tend to revisit the same ideas over and over, sharpening them and considering them from different perspectives. You take in new facts from the outside world and connect the dots to imaginative ways to create new ideas. Both of these are interested in the future, but for you, that future is a lot more unpredictable. Your interests are always changing, but who knows how long you'll keep your current hobby before finding, oh no, I feel called out. I feel called out. I'm getting called out on stream. It feels more like your brain is doing the processing unconsciously and you tend to suddenly reach aha moments that make you want to take action. It often feels like your best ideas come to you after they've been rolling around in your head for a while and then you reach a sudden epiphany. Or your world is an explosion of ideas, consciously deconstructing things into their component parts, seeing symbolism and drawing connections that others miss. Coming up with your best ideas tend to be an active process for you, less about sitting on it for a while and more about making it happen by talking to... Oh, this one. I can't. Actually, Pokepal was mentioning that she felt like I would be this, but she was worried that she's not sure if it's because of my aphantasia that I need to like talk to people, or if it's because of my extroversion that I need to talk to people. You deep diver into fewer subjects and combine pieces of information to build towards a single cohesive idea. For you, developing an idea tends to involve looking down different paths in your head to consider how they might play out, then finally revealing your well-sculpted idea out loud only when it's ready. You have a variety of hobbies and you like, oh, there's definitely this one. You focus on exploring possibilities. For you, developing an idea tends to involve thinking out loud and tasting all the possibilities since actually speaking them helps you decide how you really feel about each one. Oh, for sure. You like making a choice so you can get to work. You see situations from many perspectives and pay attention to how your internal world is impacted. You're great at jumping in to get started, but sometimes you jump to conclusions too quickly and make a choice without having thoroughly explored the other options. You're open-minded and bored by routine. God damn it. You hate situations that lack exciting mental inspiration. Even if you're an extrovert, you're energized not so much by being around people, but by learning, whether that's finding out who they truly are, understanding a different point of view, or challenging each other with stimuli. Oh, this is definitely me. This is 100% me. I'm not an extrovert, but I am very much this, energized by just being around people. Not by being around people, but by learning about other people. You scored 0 NI and 8 NE. Uh-oh. You're nearing the end. In the previous sections, we were always comparing the two cognitive functions with the same dimension, big letter, TI versus NE, NI versus NE, so on. To be as thorough as possible, this time you compare functions across dimensions, FE versus T, SE versus NE, etc. But we'll have one question for each. Ooh, interesting. How do you direct your energy outward into the world? Towards other people in unity, it's less about making sure everything operates effectively and more that you feel deep empathy for people and feel unsettled if you know someone just feeling excluded or unheard? Uh-oh. I feel like it might be both. You're thinking, 1, what will best serve the group? What relationships and social dynamics are at play here? 2, how can I connect with people more deeply? How are we relating to one another? The other one is towards result and accomplishment. It's not that you're a cold person, but it's important for you to achieve okay, definitely this one. And reach real solutions that actually solve problems. 1, what will allow me to finish this project and achieve the goal? Which could be anything from keeping the sink empty of dishes to reaching quarterly sales targets. How can I check this item off my to-do list? 2, how can I help this person or group, team, family, etc. function most efficiently so that they'll meet success? I am this one though. I am that one, but I think more this one. Right? Please choose one answer. Okay. What do you focus on within yourself? What feels authentic and aligned to your individual values? This isn't a logical analysis on what makes sense, but rather what feels right to you. 1, I might look at pros and cons too, but what's most important is trusting my instincts, emotions, and what I feel in my body. What's right? What's ethically in line with the person I am and who I want to be? Versus, what seems most logical and rational to you? You feel feelings too, but you prioritize analytical thinking that feels more precise. Also, Jay, thank you so much for the gifted membership. Gotta go, take care. Go. Goodbye, Jay. Thank you so much for the membership again. Happy New Year's. Be sure to thank Jay if you received a membership. Lots of hearts in chat. Say goodbye to Jay. Sneezing. Give me a second. Oh. You're thinking, 1, what is most true and accurate here? What's unclear? Are there biases in play? 2, what decision-making criteria are most important to me? And what are those pros and cons along those dimensions? Probably this one. I think I am a little bit like this too. Like I'm more this first one than this one. But I'm more this one than this one, if that makes sense. But also, I don't know, because I'm not this one. I'm more this one. I'm also more this one. Maybe I'll click this one. I think I'm more like... I trust instincts, but I don't trust my emotions. I trust my instincts, but I definitely don't trust my emotions. So I think I'm more on this side sometimes. What do you most love exploring? Abstract ideas, patterns, and how things are connected. Things could be anything from technical data points to people's feelings. What does the future hold? What will the patterns I'm seeing lead to? How can I innovate? How are these pieces of information related? What are all the ways we could handle this? Let's brainstorm as many ideas as we can, however crazy. Physical sensations, oh, definitely this one. And the tangible world around you via your senses. That could be anything from hiking through the elements to notice clothing trends or appreciating delicious foods. What's realistic and practical right now, not someday. I hate planning too far ahead or sticking to big picture goals. I'll improvise and figure it out as I go. No, definitely this one. Last one. What do you tend to pay most attention to? What's really at play behind the scenes, whether we're talking about the economy, office politics, or a person's emotions? What does this all really mean? Are there hidden insights to be found here that other people miss? How does this fit into my goals and my clear vision for the future? Sometimes it feels like my insights and epiphanies just bubble up from my subconscious like a light bulb going off. Sure, I'll trust someone else's expertise, but I'm not all tied to it if something better comes along, and if that other person better not try to control me. Ooh, interesting. Best practices. What's been proven to work before and what trusted experts recommend? What's safe, comfortable, and repeatable? If I want to market a product, there's no sense in reinventing the wheel. Oh, definitely not. I'll trust what's worked for a company before. If I want to make a nice dinner, I'll trust a recipe that's been passed down in my family. I honor the past and appreciate rules and traditions. I'm a highly reliable person. You can count on me to do what I say I'm going to do. All right. All right, drum roll, please. And... oh, it's not done yet. I thought I was done. It literally says 31 out of 36. Oops. You're finished with the 4 main cognitive functions. Now to approach this from different points of view, let's find your type family. There are 4 families, each consisting 4 types with several key shared characteristics. Select one if it's clearly you, or you can pick 2 if you're not sure. If none of them or all of them seem right, you can leave them blank and move on. Okay. up to 2, which is your family. Traditionalist, order, detail, stability. You appreciate structure, security, and set procedures. Definitely not this one. Experience of physicality, carpe diem. You live in the moment, focusing on intermediate tangible results and having fun rather than theories or future possibilities. You value personal autonomy, spontaneity, and you dislike set structure and normal procedures. You're productive but relaxed. You improvise, work well under pressure, and yes, definitely this one. Definitely not this. You feel a strong sense of duty and service, and you value personal responsibility, authority, and tradition. You work hard and take pride in the fact that you will be counted to deliver on schedule every time. No. Idealist, people, feelings, value. You're focused on helping humanity and making a better future. You have abstract or philosophical notions about ethics, authenticity, and how things should be. You love exploring feelings, values, and people, developing someone's potential, tuning into your emotional experience, and building authentic relationships. You're enthusiastic, empathetic, and passionate about living your purpose, fighting for causes, and following your dreams and fantasies. This sounds right. But I'm going to read this one first. Conceptualizer. You can choose from all 4 and not just 2 in this, I think. Oh, okay. You're objective, logical, and skeptical. You seek knowledge, analyze the data, find patterns, and break decisions into pros and cons. You're more concerned with the big picture and future than short-term practical details. You're competitive and autonomous, and you like to innovate with little regard for past approaches, future, or tradition. Only 2. It says only 2. Damn it. I think these 2 are more so, though. Maybe this? I'm choosing between these 2. Let's see. Let me read it one more time. You focus on helping humanity and making a better future. You have abstract or physical notions of ethics. I don't think the first one is really true, but the second one is true. I mean, I want to make a better future, but I don't care about like all of humanity. I care about Palcries, I care about my friends, you know, but not about like all of humanity. You're enthusiastic, empathetic, and passionate for living your purpose, fighting for causes, and following your dreams and fantasies. That seems true to me. But I am also very much on the right side. You're objective, logical, and skeptical. You seek knowledge, analyze the data, find patterns, and break decisions down to pros and cons. You're more concerned with big picture and future than short-term practical details. You're competitive. I'm not competitive, but I am autonomous. And I like to innovate with little regard for past approaches. This is very true. All right, you know what? I'll pick these 2. I think that's more right. What is your biggest weakness? Think of yourself at the worst or when you're feeling stressed. What do you struggle with? Since this might be difficult, you can select up to 3 that seem accurate. If none of them are all seem right, you can leave them blank. There's a lot of these. Okay. Hypersensitive and distrustful of feelings. You see others as weak and inferior. Oh no. You distrust feelings and look down on emotional people. You're hypersensitive to criticism. Okay, that's not me, I would say. I am hypersensitive, but not to criticism. Unconfident and vicious. You make sweeping, critical, and vicious judgments. You distrust others, or you conform to feel like you're part of a group. You obsess over perfection and see things as black and white. I am number 1. I am not number 3. So I'm gonna uncheck this one, but we'll see. Depressed and unmotivated. You withdraw and feel depressed, losing energy and motivation. You feel nostalgic, emotional, and like no one understands you. You decide that things need to be cleaned and organized, or you become a hypochondriac. Oh, definitely not these 2 things. I am the first one though. Paranoid and mystical. You feel flustered and afraid of ruining relationships or losing loved ones. You're confused and paranoid, misinterpreting others' words as disapproving of you. You start to see deep prophetic significance in everything. Maybe this one? I'm gonna check this one. Maybe. I feel like this could be me. Sensitive and lonely. You feel hypersensitive, unlovable, and separated from everyone. You're far more emotional than usual, either crying or yelling. You obsess over proving minor logical points. I am hypersensitive. I don't feel unlovable though. I went on my self-love journey a while ago. And I do feel separated from everyone. I am emotional. I do not obsess over minor logical points. I don't know. Self-critical and judgmental. You make harsh, nitpicky judgments of others. You feel the need to take actions and corrections what you perceive as wrongs. You feel incompetent but are trying to bring order to out of control. Oh, this one for sure. I'm definitely this. I'm a very judgmental person. It's a huge personality flaw of mine. Obsessed and self-indulgent. You worry that everyone is noticing something negative about you. You feel haughty, critical of others, and like the world is against you. You feel self-indulgent, seeking pleasure or danger, and then you beat yourself. Oh, this might be me. Reckless and fearful. You feel anxious and less tolerant of the unfamiliar. You're uncharacteristically spontaneous and reckless. You can't help but imagine all the ways that catastrophe could be right around the corner. Not this one. This is definitely me. Yeah, I think those three are right. Just to round out your results with a little more data, here's a short, more traditional personality test where you'll pick broader dimensions instead of more specific cognitive functions. All right, this is the last one. Imagine that you just got home from a long day of work and you're feeling low on energy. What's usually the best way to get you re-energized? Go out to be around people. Sure, some alone time can be nice now and then, but you're literally energized by people. When you're feeling sluggish or unmotivated, meeting with friends can truly boost your energy. 1, you start to go stir crazy if you've been alone too long. You love bouncing ideas off of other people and talking through your thoughts and ideas, but this doesn't necessarily mean you're loud or can't stand being alone. The question is whether people tend to energize or drain you. Get some alone time. Sure, hanging out with friends is great, but to truly recharge your energy, you need some solid time with no one else around. You need days to recharge after a big event. You tend to think things through a bit before speaking, and you like to have time to prepare for a meeting to gather your thoughts. But this doesn't necessarily mean you're shy or quiet. The question is whether... This is hard. I'm definitely this one, and I'm definitely this one. But I'm not this one. I'm not this one. When I'm unmotivated, yes. When I'm feeling sluggish, no. These two are correct. This is more correct to me as well. And I also feel number 1 really hard. I don't feel number 2 though. So I'm gonna click this one because I feel like it's more correct. But this is why I feel like my weird introvert extrovert thing is a little strange, because I do recharge alone, but these other examples are very much me. Which way of making decisions comes most naturally to you? You probably use both of these methods, but which one do you go to first and feel is most important for you personally? Lay out the pros and cons and work out what's most logical, but this doesn't mean that you're a robot without feelings. 1, you'd like to donate to charity, so you research which ones are most effective and look for objective reviews and ratings. 2, making decisions can feel like you're looking at a mind map of data points and assigning values to each one to arrive at an objectively correct choice that would be difficult to dispute. Yes, this definitely... Those data points might include other people's feelings. Yes, this for sure. Check how your gut feels or choose what best aligns with your personal values, but this doesn't mean you're illogical and overly emotional. 1, you support causes you care about, so you find the charities that most resonate with you personally and share your values. 2, making decisions can feel like you have a room full of advisors in your head, each arguing in favor of different values that are important to you, like honesty or doing the right thing, or they might represent different people who will be affected by your decision. Nah, first. Did I miss an outfit reveal? No. This is like an asset. It's just an asset. So you can see here, it's like broken if I do that. It's just a fake out. I'm faking you out. Imagine you're walking outside. Where does your attention tend to be focused? On the future or abstract, you're focused inside your head on ideas of possibilities, however impractical. While hiking, you realize you haven't been paying attention to your surroundings since you've been caught up thinking about philosophy or the future. Or you find yourself thinking about how you would group the type of plant life around you. 2, as someone is giving a presentation at work, you're focusing on connecting the insights in innovative ways, thinking about how the ideas could connect to others you've had before, and projecting where this could take the company. On the present or past, you're focused on what's real, practical, and actually happening in reality. 1, while out hiking, you notice all the varieties of plants and animals. You want to take it all in, either by smelling and touching everything, or by doing something with your body like running or dancing. Or you find yourself thinking about how these trails were laid out hundreds of years ago. 2, as someone is giving a presentation at work, you're trying to figure out their big ideas will look in reality. If we go this route, what concrete steps will it take to achieve that vision? Is it really practical or does it just sound nice? Definitely not this first one, but the second one is definitely true. Not the second one. But the first one is more true. Probably second one. Probably the second one. Alright, we'll go with the second one. Compare it to other people you know, which one sounds more like you? 1, you're a decisive decision maker who sets specific goals and follows a plan. Examples: 1, your emails or papers are nicely organized into folders. 2, you're good at finishing your to-do list, but this doesn't necessarily mean you're never spontaneous. Friends or colleagues would say that you're most valuable towards the end of a project. Oh, it's probably this one. You're an indecisive overanalyzer who leaves options open to adapt along the way. Your desk is covered in sticky notes. You hang on to things just in case you need them someday. This doesn't necessarily mean you're a messy or hoarder, but I am messy and I'm a hoarder. Friends or colleagues would say that you're most valuable towards the beginning of a project to add to your unique ideas and make sure all the different possibilities are explored. I am really in pain right now. Sorry. I am suddenly having, I think my medication is wearing off. Give it a second. It's the blood moon. Being a girl is suffering. Sometimes it just happens. I just need to give it a second. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go get some more medication. And then we'll have the big reveal. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Be right back. Oh, I am back. So, to give you a rundown, by the way, of like the fucking womanly bodily function. Essentially, like what a period is. If you guys didn't get this in your health class, because I sure didn't. Your, girls have a uterus, and the uterus lining is shedding. So your body is having cramps because it's literally trying to replace the lining of your uterus. The baby house. It's like ripping the walls off the baby house and putting up new walls. So that's why it hurts. But obviously you guys are not women, so you don't know this. But the the worst pain is when the uterus lining, like when a large clump of it is like trying to pass. It's trying to pass through, right? And so if you've like never seen if you've never seen a girl on her period, like the actual period part of her period, it's really nasty because you get actually like clumps that come out of your vagina, and that usually when you're like in a lot of pain and you go to the bathroom, you can if you pee or if you like look on your pad or whatever, you'll see the fucking massive clump of tissue that just came out of your vagina. It's I've obviously like never touched it, but it looks mucusy, but it's more like an actual clump of tissue. Anyway. Yes, I feel better now. I had to just sit on toilet a little bit. I don't ever want to be near a woman again. It's really nasty. There was this one time where I was bleeding so heavily that, I mean, it happens all the time if you like leak on something. But one time I like went to the bathroom and I saw the like massive, nasty, bloody clump of tissue. It almost looks like, I don't know. It looks like a really large, like if you've ever seen a real tapeworm, it's like a tapeworm, or like it just looks like a ball of like, or like a mangled egg yolk or something, but it's a little bit thicker than that. Like you probably, if you pulled it with your fingers, it probably wouldn't rip right away. You'd have to put a lot of force. And I had that, and it was like, because okay, see the way that pads work? The way that pads work is that a pad, the reason why girls leak is that a pad can get full. If a pad becomes full of blood, it can't hold any more liquid in it. So that's when you start leaking out of the pad. And sometimes you just bleed so much that, me every time, that after like an hour or two, your pad becomes full of blood, and then it just can't hold any more blood, and that's when you start leaking on your pants or on your skirt or on your car seat, which I've done, happens. Anyway, and obviously those like clumps can't be absorbed by the pad. I'm giving them education. They need to be educated. What is your opinion on men who carry pads, tampons? I think that's very nice. Very sweet of them. A lot of girls will, forget or not have it. So it's very common if you're like hanging out with girls, if someone's like, I started my period, to go around and ask all the girls that you know in the room if they have extra pads on them. And it's like very, very, very helpful. My pad bag is really cute. It's a Eurocamp. It's a Eurocamp pad bag. Well, it's not supposed to be a pad bag, but it's just a bag. that Kokone got me. Kokone got me this Yuru Camp little pouch. So I put my pads in there. Doesn't it come in different sizes? So pads do come in different sizes, and usually it's more like based on when in your cycle you are. So most girls, not all girls, but most girls, when you first start your period, it's splotchy. They call it spotting. So you're not bleeding a lot. It's like if you have like a scab and you're like, if you put something against it, there's like some blood. Like it's kind of like that. Like it's just a little bit. And then, so you have something called panty liners. Panty liners, those usually don't have wings on it. Oh my God, do I need to like a period education class? Panty liners are usually for spotting. So usually if you're starting your period or ending your period, that's usually when girls use panty liners. And then you have regular pads. Those usually have the wings on it, because if you don't have the wings, the pad will move. The pad will move. And if it moves, then you have more chance of bleeding into it. Or if you're like me and you have a really heavy period, then the blood, it'll overflow and then it'll start going all over your panties. The pad can move because your panties are not like stuck to your skin. It's like your boxers or your briefs, right? Your guys' balls move, right? When you walk around, your balls still move, even if your briefs are pretty tight, right? The balls still move around. Just like that. The R and L on pads stand for right and left, right? What? No! R is regular, L is long. So long is for people who have like even heavier flows, or if you tend to bleed more, like, because the way your blood flows out could be different too. And the long ones, or there's like overnight ones, so where when you sleep, where you essentially are just wearing a fucking diaper. Man, I also like saw recently, it's been a really big trend to have those like period underwear. Have you guys seen those? Or if you're a girl, you guys know what I'm talking about? Have you guys tried those? That and then menstrual cups. Both of them, I can't do it. So like pads are expensive, right? Pads, you have to buy pads every single month. But recently there's been a trend of, there's two different things. There's menstrual cups and then there's period underwear. So period underwear apparently is a type of underwear that you can just wear without a pad and it absorbs your blood. But I bleed so heavy that sounds disgusting. I don't understand how that would work. And then you just supposedly you can just put it in the wash and then just reuse it, and so then you don't have to keep buying pads. But that's like really terrifying to me. I don't trust the underwear to prevent like the period from leaking. Kind of like a diaper, but it looks just like regular underwear. It looks regular, like regular underwear. And menstrual cups, I don't know how they work. The cups sound like a nightmare. I know it sounds really weird, but essentially it's like a little, you could think about it like it looks like a top of a baby bottle, I guess, or something, or kind of like a condom before you like push it out. Yeah, Nakiyama, thank you so much for the super chat. Well, this was an interesting time to join stream. But like, I've never used a menstrual cup before, but I believe you just put it up there and then it collects all of the blood and then you just like pour it out. And it apparently is more comfortable. I don't know. That one I'm not sure. I don't know how the logistics for that. And you can apparently put that one in the dishwasher, which that's something else. I don't know how I feel about putting my menstrual cup, my period blood stained cup in the dishwasher. I don't know how I feel about that, but it is you can put it in the dishwasher. Yeah, anyway. That's period lore. That's the lore of having periods. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, tampons you shove up your vazeze. But I can't use tampons because I am a really heavy bleeder, like I mentioned. So I bleed a lot. And if you bleed too much with tampons, because a tampon can only like plug up and contain so much that you have to change it very frequently. And so I don't like to use tampons for that reason. Anyway, you're welcome. Some information. The forbidden holy grail, Reno, that's disgusting. But thank you for the super chat. It was educational. Yeah. See, I think we need to stop, like, it's good to talk about these things. I think we need, as a society, we just need to be more open and comfortable talking about, like, bodily fucking functions, right? Whether it's sex, whether it's periods, whatever, all of the bodily functions that humans have to go through, I think it's important for us to just talk about it and to be open with it. When we talk about pee-pee hygiene, okay, so I don't know shit about having a dick because I don't have one, right? David, welcome, thank you for the super chat. What do the number means on the pad? There's no numbers on pads. What are you talking about? But I do have a fun vagina fact. I have a fun vagina fact. My fun vagina fact of the day is that if you're a girl, or if you have a sister or a girlfriend who says that their vagina is stinky, if you know somebody who has like a complex, or maybe they feel insecure about their vagina being stinky, you're not supposed to wash your vagina with soap, because vagina has bacteria on it that is supposed to be self-cleaning. And yes, something pH levels. Exactly. So you are not supposed to put soap on it. You want to clean it with water. Yes, clean it with water. And you can also use a douche, right? That's normal. But if you put soap in your vagina, that's not good. Also, Yin Akiyama, thank you for the super chat. Kind of feel bad for women. They naturally start with debuffs. It's true. It's the worst. We have so many debuffs. Are you kidding me? Yeah. So you don't put soap on your vagina, especially if, because I feel like people who are self-conscious about like stinky vagina, they put more soap on it and it makes your vagina more stinky. So if you're self-conscious about it, don't use soap. Just use water. Only water. And occasionally, like once a month, you can douche as well. Yeah. Kuba, thank you for the super chat. I want Lyra to deliver all PSAs. The educational, the vagina streamer, the vagina VTuber. That's me. Yeah. So don't use anything. Don't use soap. For guys, I don't know. I'm assuming for guys, you guys should definitely use soap. Especially if you're circumcised. I don't know what it's like if you're uncircumcised. But if you're circumcised, you most definitely need to use soap. You have to use soap if you're uncircumcised. I don't know about or if you're circumcised, sorry. If you're uncircumcised, I don't know. I don't know what the uncircumcised PP strats are. Clean PP strats for uncircumcised PPs, I don't know. But if you are circumcised, please use soap. That's like 100%. Because you're already missing a layer of protection, you know? Kevin, thank you for the super chat. Earlier, you mentioned a complex about stinkies. How would we, as partners, approach that? I'm only saying if they bring it up. If you bring it up, then they will feel bad about it, obviously. But if they bring it up, it's a good topic to approach. Or, yeah, I don't know. That's a delicate topic. I would not approach it unless you are approached about it. Deandra, thank you for the super chat. To you as well. Thank you always for your silly yelling super chats. Yeah. Also, I was watching another like YouTuber talk about how like he didn't know that you have to he didn't know he had to like wash his butt crack until he was much too old. So yeah, in case you didn't know, please wash your fucking butt cracks. David, thank you so much for the super chat. PP lore. If PP is hard for 4 hours or more, it can rot and fall off. That's why those pills say see a doctor. Yeah, don't let your PP rot and fall off unless that's what you want, I guess. Every time. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So just putting it out there. The butt isn't self-cleaning. It is not self-cleaning. It is not self-cleaning. All right. Anyway, back to the personality test. But yeah, those are my PSAs. We're gonna... I think this is the last question, so we're gonna get our answer here. I saw you guys exchanging your own answers a bit. I saw you guys exchange your own answers, so I'm very curious. Will PokePal be true? Am I an ENFP with social anxiety? Or am I something else? Let's find out. Drum roll, please. Oh, God. We're going down. ENTP. PokePal was very close, but ENTP more than ENFP. But here we have introverted and extroverted. Thinking, making analytical decisions and judgments. More introverted than extroverted. Interesting. I thought I would be more extroverted here. Feeling, making feelings-oriented decisions and judgments. Definitely on the extroverted spectrum here. And processing abstract information that's less associated with your physical senses. More extroverted here. S, sensing, processing concrete sensations and practical information. More extroverted here as well. Interesting, interesting. So that makes me, yeah. What the hell was it? ENTP. The visionary, debater, inventor. Constant big news ideas can argue any perspective. Quick thinking, quick learning, highly open-minded, curious, and innovative. Greatest weaknesses, easily bored. Oh, true. Trouble actually finishing anything. True. Hates bureaucracy logistics. True. Can debate too hard and deprioritize feelings. This is also true. Very, very true. All right. What is the... Oh, this type and you. Oh, I see. So it's showing me like how much of this is usually in this part. All right. Type families. NT. Conceptualizers. Focused on the big picture and objective thinking, motivated by curiosity and understanding. The most important, number one, primary cognitive function. NE. Extroverted intuition. Possibilities. Exploring. Seeing patterns. Learning through experiments. Optimistic, open-mindedness, and brainstorming. This is true. This is true. I am very like, you know, I like to experiment. As you guys know, even on the channel, I experiment a lot of things. I look for patterns with things. I like to think that I'm pretty open-minded. I like to explore lots of different things. Yeah. Next one, the auxiliary cognitive function. This function is conscious. It should feel very familiar, but you might struggle with it at times since the ENTP's primary function is an information gathering one. The secondary function supports it by being a decision-making one. Introverted thinking, accuracy, curiosity, seeking understanding, logic, blunt honesty. Ooh, we literally talked about this earlier. Blunt honesty is definitely a problem with me. Tertiary cognitive functions. This function is conscious. It can take years to mature, so it might work well often, but also gives you some trouble. Even though the fourth function is typically seen as the type's main weakness, aspects of this third one can also give you real trouble as well. Extroverted feeling. Group harmony, empathy, manipulation. That's me. Oops. Understanding social conventions. That's definitely me. Definitely me. Next one is my inferior cognitive function. This function is unconscious. Think of it as your main weakness. It's still a part of you, so you should feel familiar. Even if it can be confusing and unpleasant or difficult, it might be something you struggle with often, or it could feel so foreign you have trouble understanding how others enjoy it. Memory, 100%. Personal subjective experience, yep. Nostalgia, yep. Preserving order, I don't know about that one. History, yep. Stability, yep. Careful planning, I think I'm pretty good at this one though. And tradition, definitely this one. Interesting, interesting. Example people: Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Edison, Socrates, Gillian Anderson, Tyrion Lannister. Oh, this is the... He's the what is the politically correct term? The little person? Is that the politically correct term? Tyrion, I believe. Tyrion, right? I actually did read Game of Thrones. I only read the first two books. I read. of Game of Thrones. I didn't read the rest of it, and I didn't watch the series. I don't know, is dwarf politically correct? I feel like, especially in something like Game of Thrones, you can't say dwarf only because like dwarf is like an actual race. I apologize for any persons with this condition. I don't know what the politically correct term is. Feel free to educate me or let me know what the correct term is to call people. I believe, yeah. I feel like little person was the politically correct term, but that also sounds bad. I don't know. Unsure. All right, internal conflict. You all often struggle between following TI and FE. What's TI and FE? These two? Introverted thinking and extroverted feeling. Under stress, your SI makes you withdraw and feel depressed, unmotivated, nostalgic, or like everything needs to be cleaned or reorganized. That's true. That's true. Overcoming weakness. Reinforce your weakness of SI by practicing your TI. What's my TI? Oh, my introverted thinking. Accuracy, curiosity, seeking understanding, logic, blunt honesty. Yeah. Oh, wait. Oh, I have multiple results? Okay. So the first one was ENTP, 83 points. But the next one was ESTP, which was 81 points. Which is also pretty close, actually. Because that's only 2 points off. It's only 2 points off. So let's look at ESTP. The doer, entrepreneur, promoter. Flexible, adaptable, risk tolerant, entrepreneurial, outgoing, able to think on their feet and network. Greatest weakness. Impulsive risk taker. Gets restless, takes action too quickly without considering consequences. Trouble with follow through. Definitely true. Definitely true. So we have... all of these are in alignment here. Type family. So SP, experiencers. Focus on the physical world and living in the moment, motivated by fun and practical skillfulness. True. And the most important one here is extroverted sensing. Observing with 5 senses, pushing body, improvising against set procedures, realistic, practical, mindful of here and now. The conscious auxiliary function. It should feel familiar, but you struggle with it at times. Primary function, information gathering. The second function supports it by being a decision-making one. Introverted thinking, same as the other one. Tertiary one is extroverted feeling, same as the other one as well. And the last one is a little bit different. The inferior cognitive function, so this was my main weakness, is introverted intuition, insight, future vision, perspectives, simplifying and focusing ideas, epiphanies from subconscious. Yeah, I'm really bad at this one. Really bad at this one. Example, Winston Churchill, Madonna, Hank Schrader. I didn't watch Breaking Bad, and Jamie Lannister as well. Internal conflict, you often struggle between TI and FE. I think that's what they said earlier as well. Under stress, your NI makes you feel flustered, paranoid, worried about others' opinions of you, and like there's almost a mystical significance to everything. Overcoming weakness, reinforce your NI by practicing your TI. That was the same one as the last one, I think. Interesting. And then my third one. How many do they give me? They give me a lot. Oh, I think they just rank it. Well, let's look at the top 3 because that's what Refined Self did. So number 1 is ENTP. Number 2 is ESTP. And then the third one here is ISTP, the mechanic, virtuoso / crafter. Fixes problems and masters skills, combines analytical knowledge and practicality. Too independent and sure of themselves. True. Isolating and disregarding others. True. Acts recklessly. Trouble committing. Also true. Experiencers. Focuses on the physical world and living in the moment. Same as the other one. Introverted thinking. Same as the other one. Extroverted sensing. Okay, we got that one last time as well. And oh, ironically, our NI, which I think was our weakness, was also in the tertiary one here. With extroverted feeling. So probably not this one. Probably not this one. This one doesn't sound like... I would say between the first two. Probably the first one though. I think this one is too real. All right, let's see. Every ENTP is a bit different, but how does this sound? You're amazingly open-minded. You have endless ideas and you're great at playing devil's advocate. Sometimes even just with yourself in your head. You love debate and it can be hard when you want to argue for fun, but other people are offended or misinterpret your intentions. This is funny because this is like me and Amoria. This is why Amoria and I get along. We just start like arguing about things. I also argue with my roommate about stuff all the time, just for fun. Like not like with any like negative energy. Just like we just argue for fun. You like keeping your options open and you don't want to have to commit to one single path or task. It can be tough to stick to one of your ideas or projects long enough to actually finish it, either because you're a perfectionist or you just get bored. The latter for sure. Latter for sure. You hate dealing with bureaucracy and logistics. You feel drained when you're boxed in or bored. When it feels like there's no room for innovation and you're not allowed to fully express your thoughts or explore different approaches or perspectives. The brainstorming phase of a new project is the best. Yes, it is. And you'd hate to be brought in afterwards just to be told to finish setting up the logistics for someone else's idea. Yes. 100%. This was actually a huge issue with me for my last company. Big issue. You struggle with balancing logic and your subjective perceptions on one hand with other people's feelings and social conventions to the other. This can manifest in a number of ways. You might like messing with people, or you might look down on them. You might be overly concerned with looking good, or you might sacrifice your needs to care for others. All of this can make you wonder sometimes if you're actually an introvert. ENTPs are one of the most introverted extrovert types. This is me. Interesting. Interesting. Because yes, I am one of the most introverted extrovert people. Your natural gifts make you innovative, adaptable, curious, energetic, persuasive, common challenges to follow through finishing projects. Yep. Difficulty with routine, logistics, and bureaucracy, especially this first one. Really bad at this. Tendency to debate too often. True. Insensitivity, prioritizing harsh truths over feelings. We just talked about this. Oops. And overthinking, analysis, paralysis. True. ENTP tip number 1. You want to do and learn everything, so you have trouble actually finishing anything. It'll feel counterintuitive, but you need to focus on doing less to enable your ability to do more. Yeah, I know you don't think that expression is trite, but how well is your current approach working out for you? I'm being called out! I'm being called out! What the fuck? What the fuck? Practice intentionally limiting your choices by removing options and distractions. For example, decide when you get home from work, you're only allowed to do either A, B, or C. Wow. Actually attacked live on stream. Which one did you click to get this page? This is the ENTP, and if it says like this is me or something, like this is me, learn more. It's this one. To mature your TI function, practice zooming out. Instead of focusing on details of the argument, logically examine the entire debate. Is the debate itself actually helping in this situation? Will proving this person wrong actually be beneficial? This is actually something I've been working on a lot. This is like actually something I've been like last year a lot. I've been thinking about this a lot. And I will drop my... I think for a long time I was very stubborn and I would debate until I was to prove myself right because I knew I was right. But I think this is something last year I did a lot better at, and I will continue to work on this year. Oh no, this is the bad question for me. Does this person actually want you to solve their problem for them? Probably not. P.S. It's possible to be radically honest and kind at the same time. Yes, even for ENTPs. Oops. Being called out. I'm being called out. This is me. Actually me. Oh! I'm an ENTP too, so you're my specialty. Oh no. Oh no, they're selling me stuff. Okay, here we go. Think back to when you decided to take my test. On the surface, you might have been just curious what type you get, but I'm betting there was a reason underneath that. You want to shift something in your life. All right, here we go. More information. It's hard for you to make decisions, even ones that should be simple. How would your life be different if you could transform from coming up with all sorts of ideas but never actually finishing them to clarity on where to best spend your energy, which ideas to focus on, what you really want? From procrastination, low energy, and trouble with time management to waking up energized and feeling consistent motivation to take action on your ideas. Ooh, this would be nice. I'm definitely this. Struggling to choose a career or working on a job that's okay, but definitely not making the kind of impact you want to be in the world. Working on projects that deeply fulfill you and not having to dread going to work. I'm working on this. I love this part, but yeah, it's harder. Yeah, this is the sales pitch, but we can look at these. Some of these are still interesting. You feel depressed or nihilistic, like there's a void of meaning in your life. How would it feel to go from wondering if other people are as happy as they seem to be and feeling anxious when it seems like you're wasting? I actually think about this all the time. I think about this all the time. It's actually a horrible. Feeling alive and excited, like you have something obvious worth living for. Feeling micromanaged or like you have to adhere to rules, policies, or schedules that don't make sense. Being in control of your life, owning your own schedule, and maybe even achieving financial independence. Would love that. Struggling with a sense of emptiness, like you're just covering up a gaping hole with short-term fixes, living deeply in line with your values, feeling clear on life purpose, and spending your time and energy in a way that feels meaningful. You want deeper relationships that intrigue and fulfill you. What would it be worth to shift from loneliness, struggling to make friends as an adult, and feeling stuck in boring small talk and shallow relationships? Ooh, I was just talking about this with my roommate. Finding an awesome romantic partner, making deep friendships, and having stimulating conversations. Enjoying debate and giving advice, but feeling like people don't want your help and see you as combative when you're just trying to offer value. This is literally me. Feeling like you're truly helping someone and like you're able to do something tangible, beneficial with all that knowledge you have. Versus feeling some weirdness in social situations, a strange pendulum between loud, arrogant, attention-seeking, and lonely, worrying too much to other things of you. Ooh, that's also me. This is me. I am very loud and arrogant. Experiencing a profound sense of belonging, self-acceptance, and self-love. Well, I've kind of gotten this already. Anyway, now the sales pitch happens. Interesting. Interesting. I think this is pretty accurate. ENTP. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Wait, let me go to the... give me a second. I'm going to look up the anime character MBTIs on personality database. What was that? ENTP. ENTP. I'm going on the anime database. Gojo. Satoru Gojo. Satoru Gojo is an ENTP. Mahito from Jujutsu Kaisen is also an ENTP. Hisoka from Hunter x Hunter is also an ENTP. Toga! I love Toga from Hero Academia is ENTP. I guess that makes sense. I do like her a lot. Who else? Who else that I know? Ryuk from Death Note? That's so random. ENTP. Usopp from One Piece is ENTP. Gross. Hyter from Freerun is an ENTP. Reze, my wife, Reze from Chainsaw Man is also an ENTP. Doflamingo from One Piece, also an ENTP. Reigen from Mob Psycho, an ENTP as well. Orochimaru is also an ENTP. Interesting. Himeno from Chainsaw Man is also an ENTP. I can see that. You're literally Sasuke. Congratulations. You're literally Sasuke. Oh, Edward Elric is also an ENTP. And Kuro from Haikyuu is also an ENTP. I could see that. Yami Bakura is an ENTP. Hell yeah. Sabo is ENTP. Konata from Lucky Star is ENTP as well. Crazy villains usually get the ENTP. Hey. Perfect Cell is ENTP. I was made to be a crazy villain. You guys. Bulma is an ENTP and so is Trunks. Hell yeah. Sure is a lot of edgelords. Lyra villain arc is beginning. Lyra the final boss. She's got those villain vibes. I do. That's me, the villain. It's me. Oh my god, Tomo from Azumanga is an ENTP. Oh no, I don't know if I want to be here anymore. That's funny. Yay! I hope you guys learned a thing or two about me and also maybe about yourself. I think this is a pretty accurate assessment of my character. Definitely more accurate than the 16 personalities. I've taken the 16 personalities like 3 or 4 times, and I feel like every time I felt like, I guess, but like they all sort of fit me. You know, it's one of those things where like I feel like it always changes every time I do the test, and it always like feels like, oh yeah, I guess so. But this one definitely feels a little bit more like on the nose accurate. And I am curious as to what all the other VNU girls are. I think Kokone took it, but I think she said that it didn't feel accurate to her. What did she say she was? She posted it in our group chat. I'm looking for it. Kokone got INTJ. Oh no, she said ISFP has the highest, even though she doesn't relate to it. But she got ISFP as her highest one. That doesn't feel right. Yeah, so she said, so she posted both ISFP, but she also got INTJ. So maybe INTJ is a little bit more accurate to her. Oh, Kokone's here. I'm sorry if I exposed you, Kokone. But yeah, this one feels really right for me. ENTP. Will I remember that? Who knows? Will I memorize that? I don't know. I don't know if I'll remember this. I tend to always take these tests and then forget. That part where it said like ENTPs are one of the most introverted extrovert types really hit at home for me though. That was like very surprising. It was very shockingly accurate. Yeah. Yeah, you guys can add it to the character database. You guys can add it to the character database. You shared the INTP with Psyduck? Why is Psyduck on there? You're already there? I am? Wait, what? I'm looking myself up. Who put... This must have happened just now. Yeah. Last update today. It has 2 votes. You guys are welcome to give it another vote to make it more legitimate. Well, there I am. There I am on the personality database with 2 votes for ENTP. Very nice. Link? Oh, here's the link. Leora's an anime character. Didn't you know? Didn't you know I am an anime character. I can literally be Leora. No, you can't. That's not how that works. Yeah, thank you so much for 18 months of membership. Kokone is definitely an INTJ because she's the mastermind. It's amazing. She is the mastermind though. Be in Universe is an anime. That's true. That's true. Airing this Sunday. First episode comes out this Sunday, I think. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure. I hope so. It says every Sunday, so I'm assuming starting this Sunday, right? Must be. Lyra's so cool. I wish she was real. Excuse you. Will be in Universe be on Toonami? Damn, I wish. I wish we were on Toonami. And then the Toonami alien guy could do our little announcement thing. 2 weebs in a pod reviewing Being Universe Season 1 feature stream. Oh, that's a good idea. Wait, let me write that down. In our 2 weeks. Review Being Universe episode. I prefer the Adult Swim version of Being Universe. That doesn't exist. It's because I say fuck all the time. I don't know if I curse in Being Universe. I don't remember. Kokone, do you curse? I feel like sometimes Kokone curses a little bit. Because, okay, so obviously Being Universe, all the scripts are like not written by us. It's written by like staff. And it's really funny and interesting, because it's funny to see what staff thinks of our characters, like who we are. Well, if it makes you, if it, just a little teaser, they got Amoria like fucking spot on. Every time Amoria gets a script, we're always like laughing because we're like, oh, that's actually literally Amoria. I think like for me, they make me very cool. I'm pretty cool in the VN Universe shorts. I'm not as dumb as I am in real life. I think, which I appreciate. You know, like they think I'm really cool. I'm flattered. I'm flattered. It's really funny. Kokone and Lofi in VN Universe are especially really, really funny. I'm definitely just like a cool, yeah, like more kudere girl boss-y character. But Kokone is especially really funny in VN Universe, and Lofi is the best. Where can you watch these? I think they're gonna be up on the main channel. Yeah, Kokone is like such a gamer. She's gamer and she's like kinda yandere. It's good. It's so good. Up my alley. I think they're gonna be on the main VNU channel, and it should be every Sunday according to the Twitter post. I don't know. They're gonna be videos, YouTube videos. I don't think they're shorts. They should be full videos, because I believe they're landscape. Yeah, so I hope you guys look forward to it. I don't remember what the first episode is. First episode? I don't remember. Well, I don't want to spoil it anyway, so. I like how this community can separate fantasy and real life for the most part. Yeah, I'm very, very, very grateful for that as well. I'm glad we don't have any Delulu Palcaries. I think it's because you guys are pretty good about keeping it, like we're good at grounding everybody, and I also just, you know, boot anyone who's like too crazy pretty fast. Yeah. We can do that. Shut up, chat. All right, I'm gonna go eat. I am feeling myself, my brain fading from the whatever the fuck I was saying earlier. Period. I need food. I think I'm getting hungry, and like my period and everything, so I'm like losing blood. So I'm getting even hungrier faster because I'm literally like bleeding out. We're thinking about super chat. Is this the real life? Oh, did you know Scaramouche's birthday today in Genshin Impact? Is it just fantasy? Caught in a landslide. No escape from reality. Open your eyes. Look up to the skies and see. I'm just a poor boy. I need no sympathy. Okay, I go. I hope you guys had fun. I know this was a kind of a little bit different. A little bit of a different stream. But I hope you guys enjoyed it anyway. Everything you for the super chat con. No escape from reality. It was fun. Heck yeah. Yay. We definitely, you know, maybe like next year or something, we could do it. We could do it again and see if we've changed much, you know? I think that would be really fun too, to like retrospect on that. And yeah. Tomorrow. When are my streams? Let me check really quick. Tomorrow we have the Lethal Company collab with Amoria and Leola. Miyu will not be able to join because she is not feeling well, so please send her your well wishes. And I'm gonna go look for a fourth person to fill instead. And so that'll be tomorrow's stream. And on Thursday, we will be doing trivia. Woo! So if you guys saw some of the trivia last time, we're gonna be doing that again for people who missed it, and then we're gonna be doing the full version of the trivia, which has like a total of 25 or so questions. It has a lot of the suggestions that you guys gave as well, so I hope you guys are excited to see those, and that should be really fun. And then on Friday, I'm going to be touching grass. So I will not be around on Saturday as well. I'll be touching grass. And then on Sunday, we'll be back to our kit building. Really excited to build another Digimon kit. Another Digimon kit. So excited. Very, very hype. So I'll see you guys there for that too. Okay, Lee Otsu, thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you guys listening to me ramble about fucking crazy lots of stuff and like talking about my weird art, my weird relationship with art. Thank you for all the encouraging words. I do really appreciate it. I hopefully this year is the year that I repair my relationship with art and it's a little bit better and I can start drawing more stuff. I'd love to draw another cover illustration again because I've drawn my vampire one, but I did not like that one either. I did it because I had to, but maybe one day I will actually draw like a full-fledged cover art that I don't hate. Maybe that'll be the goal for this year. It'll save me a lot of money too. Alrighty, Lee Otsu, I'll see you guys tomorrow for Lethal Company and bye-bye.